Coming in hot.
Live.
Advanced video share. What shall we share? This PC. Oh, I'm running out of space. This PC. My God. Oh, shelf help show graphics. The fuck is that? Stream overlay globe. What the hell? Oh, I think that's a pornographic video. Yeah, I don't want that one.
Let's not play that.
I like it when I don't label things on purpose. And then I'm like, let's just double click and see what pops up.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that's a picture of my girl naked. Whoops. Sorry about that.
Yep. You
Spectre.
did
I did that more than once.
I know.
I'm like, oh no.
I was like, oh, everybody just keep quiet. Just move along. Continue the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing to see here.
Nope.
Except I told you that Amazon does a pretty good job of it'll remove anything it deems inappropriate or like a nude, and it won't show it on your like if you have your TV set to do a collage or do a slideshow, they'll leave that stuff out unless of course you're so creative in your artwork that it's in black and white and she's covered in black wax bound in such a way that the curves aren't super obvious until you look closely. And then that's when your daughter says, "Father, is that Becky?" You go, what? Huh? Oh, hey. I don't know what you're talking about. That's artistic photo that I found. That's not a female that you may or may not know. Okay. So, okay, look at me. Eye contact. How was school? How long do these fucking pictures stay up here? I swear to God, it seems like they're constantly flashing past me until
right then.
Now.
Yep.
Right now. And then right then, Lisa like kicks in my front door. She's like, "Hey, kids forgot their stuff." I'm like, "Hi, what's that? Nothing to see here."
Move along.
She's hot though, right? Yeah, that never happened. Yeah, for the record, that was a figment of my imagination. Don't tell anyone, honey. I'm sorry. It was a joke. It happens. So, welcome to the Shelf Help Show Saturday Night Edition. My name is Jeffrey Sinatra. I'm joined by Missy, quote, Mama, or as Johnny likes to say, Mommy Fox, the trans sexual, what is it? Wait, transphobic, what is it? Transatlantic, no. Transplanted, there we go. Transplanted double is somewhere between here and there and everywhere. He seems to be communicating with the secretary of the show there, Mama Fox, via chat, but he hasn't gotten his ass on the television yet. So we're trying to figure out what's going on.
He won't answer how long.
Yeah. He just said later. I was like, hey,
holy shit, speak of the devil. Well, okay, actually.
Literally,
yeah. No fucking way.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the trans phobic Oh, representing middle-aged men everywhere with his Hawaiian print shirt and New Balance shoes. That would be the love of my life and yours, John Transplanted Double Trap. Welcome, sir. What do you got there, sir?
Good evening.
What do you got there? Is that one of these?
No. Oh, no. This is a truly. My vagina was aching today, so
Yeah.
I decided to go with a lemonade. Actually, the truth is that I'm all out of beer, so I went.
I'm all out of beer.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Oh, I'm so in trouble
I know
tonight,
you
huh?
were right.
Oh, sweetheart, you have no
Millions of
idea what the fuck's about to happen to your world. Jeffrey, I hope we do this till about 5 o'clock in the morning, son. I serve him out right now. We'll see where we are about then.
Should I just start now?
If
I
I
feel
were
like-
you, sweetie, what
I
I
feel like-
do, first of all,
That's not
on
enough.
something where a little more cleavage is showing. First of all, that's the problem. I don't know about the rest of you. And fuck you, Kyle. And Rich, I'm sorry. So anyway, what? No, I'm not that hammered, but I thought it would be a good way to come on to the show or come on Jeff's face again.
My back, preferably.
Hey,
Let me know next time I'll shave because I hate it when it gets stuck in those little hairs.
no, you don't.
I don't. No, it's like a flavor saver. Just hit it up later.
What? We're going two. Because they'll fit, two will fit in this fucking cup that I have here.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it will.
I
Well,
think
I don't know that for a fact. We're about to find out.
I think that's called airtight.
Yes, it will. I just found out it's for a fact that two will fit in here.
That's a well, if two fit, that's called an airtight seal. As long as you.
Well, when we say two are fit, do we mean one fist or two? What? I don't know. Good evening, ladies and gents.
Like
did
a
I miss a
bowling
lot of
ball.
stuff already? And
Grab
I
her like a bowling ball.
apologize. No. Oh, okay.
We've only
Oh.
been live like literally a few minutes.
Oh, sorry.
realize-
I had a recital to go to for my instant grandbaby, and then sat in the pool, and drank lots of beers. And now I'm home.
This tastes like lemonade.
I was gonna say lemonade.
Yeah, like
And no, they're pretty good.
I just-
I have to admit, I like those pretty much.
I just drank half of it because as soon as it
I
hit,
also took
my-
a piece of chocolate, by the way, because I figured
Ooh.
it's gonna be one of those nights. So,
you know,
by the way, you look very snazzy. Did you not change since the soul crushing play?
I put the do rag over my head, but I wore. You know,
It's a very nice shirt you got there, buddy. I mean, I understand that my shirt screams a middle-aged guy that's totally given up. I get that.
yeah, I went in like a cholo.
Missy's so confused. She's like, "How hammered is he?" I'm really not that hammered. I'm just being goofy right now. My intentions, though,
Hunter, what are you doing?
hunting.
Cool.
Duh. Oh no! All right, sorry. I just thought that was a
Oh,
given.
I like you like this. This is fun.
You say that now.
I know, but I did start drinking too. So,
That's Pepsi. That doesn't count.
well, there's like that much vodka in there.
Vodka and Pepsi. You're a fucking
Yeah.
heathen. You throw a little fucking rum in there. What the hell's wrong with you?
No,
Yeah,
it's
with rum.
it's vanilla.
It's vanilla.
Screwed
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, rum wouldn't be good with vanilla Pepsi.
When I-
Vanilla
when I-
Pepsi?
No, it's Pepsi, but it's vanilla.
Oh, vanilla rum.
Vanilla.
Oh.
vodka.
Jeffrey, how are you? You kind of sent a very cryptic text message or instant message, as the case may be, as the kids say.
Yeah.
And that you would discuss things this evening, being that you're with us right now and you look really good. I assume that you are okay and your
Yeah.
soul has not been crushed.
No, not crushed.
Bruised?
No,
Oh.
nothing personal. It was personal.
I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
It was personal as fuck. Kiddo made sure that in the dialogue, she included figures of speech. You're welcome. That are undeniably like
You?
me and mom. At one point, I call her a dirt worshiper, which is what I call my pagan children. You little fucking dirt worshippers. And my character is my character is saying something derogatory about her homosexuality, and then calling her a dirt worshiper. I took umbrage with the portrayal of me being anti-gay and or ever saying that she was going to go to hell because she was gay, because I've never said that, never. But it didn't matter. It's an amalgamation of
It's her perspective
of
also.
things, absolutely. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to honor your truth. Honestly, this is not a documentary. It was a 7-minute play that was
Right.
fucking impactful as hell. I just so honor that. I said, but we're getting Boba later on with her friend Eli. They and I said, tell me again when I've ever said anything derogatory about homosexuals. She goes, well, no, you did. I said, I'll clarify that. Trans, yes. I remember very specifically when you and your sister were telling me that you were gay, bi, pan, whatever, however you started. I believe I said, as long as you don't tell me that you are going to identify as a fucking hamster, then I don't have any issues.
Is that because of the rats? Did you feel the rats would be offended if she identified as a hamster? See, if I was hammered, I wouldn't be that witty. So I'm not hammered right off that. So before we get into, because I really want to break down, because it's very important to me that you express all the things that are definitely fucking in your head and in your heart right now. Your ex-wife went on Friday to this.
Yes.
Did she reach out to you at all after the fact?
She reached out to me before. Because I reached out to her and I said, hey, I know you're going to the play with the kids and Carrie Friday night or tonight. I would like to extend to you the
Olive branch.
What is it? The opportunity
to
just have keep the kids today. I said, I don't want you to waste the fact that you're driving across town to do this play as a family, the group of you. I'm seeing it on Saturday, which is fine, but why don't you take the kids out for ice cream and do something and then keep them Friday, and I'll pick her up Saturday morning, because then we'll have the play again. And then I'll scoop up the other kids whenever they wake up, at 5 o'clock or whatever they got to do on Saturday. I said, I just think, and I said, as a matter of fact, I want to send you some money to do that. So I transferred some money to her. I said, take the opportunity. It's a cool thing. I mean, your daughter's got to play. It's a cool thing. So I was very honest. It was very heartfelt. I'm like, I want you to be able to do this. I didn't even think for a second, like, because if I was still part of the family like that, that's what we would do, like nothing like that. I was like,
right,
do it. You've got all 3 kids. That's the thing. That's the gold. You have all 3 kids' attention. You're doing something for the youngest. You should celebrate it. Here's some money. She was like, wow, like, thanks. Are you sure? I'm like, of course. Like, it's about.
She didn't know about the mental skull fuck that was about to happen.
No, she did.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah. So she winds up calling me on her after she gets off of work early to go home and get the kids and do all this. And she's kind of having a small existential crisis, because she said, I didn't realize, Hannah never said the details, that we were main characters in the the suicide of this child, we were, yeah, she's like, I had no idea. I didn't know someone was playing me. Hannah's been really clingy and apologizing in advance. Like, I love you, Mom. Some of the stuff is probably going to hurt a little bit, but it's all stuff that was real. It's all stuff that made me feel the way I did. But it doesn't mean you're a bad person. You and Dad were going through the shit. You guys were having a hard time. So was I. So Lisa's like, I don't know. So Lisa's like, I don't know. I kind of don't want to see it. I'm starting to have a panic attack because I know how I'm going to react. So you guys know she has some mental health, challenges that she's diligently working on. She's bipolar, and I've learned more about ADHD in women and RSD, which is it's when it's this hypersensitivity to feeling like any form of criticism is an attack. And then RSD, Hannah brought it to my attention because her psychiatrist said she thinks she might have that ADHD with RSD, which is reactive something dysphoria. So small bits of criticism, or even not criticism, can make someone think that it is
Rejection, sensitive dysphoria.
rejection, sensitivity, dysphoria.
Rejection, sensitive dysphoria.
Rejection, sensitive dysphoria. There you go. So everything feels like a rejection. So it's very common with people with bipolar, or it's been highly suspected that she might have borderline personality disorder, which basically it's this over
Talking about Hayden or your ex?
my ex.
Okay.
But yeah, cool.
I'm still here.
But it was Hannah bringing it up to me from her shrink, saying my shrink thinks that I have ADHD and therefore RSD, which is why I cry at the drop of a hat. And if you give me any feedback, it feels like the end of the world. She thinks that I have that. I brought it up to Mom, and Mom said, "You're not taking any more medication. I don't want you on any more pills." That was her answer to her ask. I don't know. She reacts to the extreme no is always her first thing. And then she processes, and then she can come to a rational conclusion. So as I'm talking through it with the kid, I'm like, I think this is what your mom has. Because if any, she has a hard time being employed, because if an employer gives her feedback, she feels like she's being yelled at, and she falls apart. She yelled at me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? If he said, hey, if you do it like this instead of this, it'll be a more successful outcome. That's not yelling. That's called feedback. That's what we do in business. God, for 20 years, I fucking banged my head because she saw everything as an attack. And I'm not like that. I'm not wired that way. I had no idea that it was specifically connected to ADHD symptoms in females. I thought ADHD symptoms were the same across the board. They are not. They manifest so completely differently.
But also, a lot of people, I'm not saying she doesn't have ADHD, but a lot of people with bipolar.
Yeah.
So like me, I don't have specifically ADHD. I have a lot of similar symptoms to ADHD, but that's from my bipolar. So the symptoms get shared, so it gets misdiagnosed a lot, either missed or overdiagnosed. Sometimes.
The ADHD with RSD gets mixed with bipolar often. You usually get one and not the other. It could be a little bit of both at the same time.
Yep, usually is. Honestly.
I definitely know she has ADHD, 100%. No, for sure. But to find out that RSD is a part of that, I'm like, wow. So Lisa knows this. Lisa knows that her she knows that she's going to walk into the situation. She's nervous because she knows it's going to be it's going to be critical of her. And she also knows that there's not a fucking thing she can do to stop it from happening as much as she wants to. So that looks good. Put it back on.
No, I tried. It's just I hate the color. The color is pissing me off. So I
Yeah,
don't
you're
like
more of a
blue.
blood, not a crip.
Yeah, I don't like blue.
So-
It goes with my eyes. But go ahead. I was trying to be like you and have a do rag on my head, but
Do it.
I can't do it. So
I mean, you was standing up kind of like a Klan's hat, you know. So I mean, I would maybe tuck.
then it would be just like you.
Yeah,
Is that what you were saying?
yeah,
Gotcha.
absolutely.
All right.
I don't think I have
So-
any vendettas left.
So go ahead, keep going.
So
I
Lisa,
didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
no, it's fine. I do it to you all the time.
No,
Mm-hmm.
stop it.
So Lisa said, she goes, you know, I don't want to go at all. I'll be honest with you. I'm actually terrified of the idea because I don't know how I'm going to react. I
Right.
said, okay. So understand or how she's going to feel basically. And then therefore try and prevent a reaction.
Right.
She's not good at, she can't hide how she feels. She can't hide it. But so she can avoid it. She said, I was honestly just thinking, go to the play. Whatever happens, happens immediately because you are 2 blocks away. Drop the kid off and then go. Just because I don't want to react poorly to Hannah. That's not fair to her. But Hannah already knows that I'm going to because she's been telling me. And I don't know if I can stand for 2 hours of me looking like an asshole. I said, oh, well, it's only like 7 to 10 minutes. It's like, is it? She goes, what? I said, there's 7 other plays. She goes, oh, really? I thought it was like 2-hour play. I said, no, you guys should probably communicate a little bit better, but there's 7 plays. Hers, I think, is somewhere in the middle. So you're not going to get clobbered as soon as you sit down. And you don't have to anticipate and, shit yourself through the whole thing, waiting for the bad thing to happen. But whatever it might be, it's like 7 to 10 minutes. So it's not a lot to get through. And she's like, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. I was actually very invested in trying to help Lisa process this because on behalf of my kid.
I was just gonna say because her reaction is gonna definitely affect your kid.
Possibly. Now here's the interesting thing. We've been an open book as a family about who struggles or what, why it exists, how to recognize it in yourself. The girls have both got some what's it called? Non-neurotypical issues going on. They've all got a little something. And Lisa's like, it's my fault, isn't it? I'm like, yes. I'm not gonna lie. Both of my daughters have mental health issues and it's my fault. I'm like, yes. Really? That's what you're gonna say? Yes. Because I don't. I became a full
Narcissism is a mental health disorder. You understand that, right?
It's not.
Oh, it fucking is.
No, it's not. It's
Well,
not.
anybody who says that is a narcissist.
The psychiatrist who created the fucking definition.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. So narcissism is not considered.
a mental illness. No, it's not.
It affects others.
It doesn't matter. You affect others just by being you. So what? What does that matter? You got to label it. Call yourself John.
There was a little fucking nerve that I just flicked a little bit, huh? Well, I like that. Little fucking
No,
nerve. I
I'm
flicked.
telling you.
Yeah, but you don't think that
I've looked it up.
It's a personality disorder. It is.
It's a personality disorder. It's
Narcissistic
not a mental
personality
illness.
disorder. Is several type of
so
personality.
you don't
disorders.
think
It is a
though
mental condition.
it
Right.
does it
Yeah.
does it
Not
not
treatable.
it doesn't pass down.
No, it's created.
Okay.
The personality disorders are created through circumstance. You can have a predilection for it. You can have a personality type that allows for it. So if you think about like ENTPs and INFPs and all that, there are certain personality types that if exposed to trauma, and not nurtured correctly can create that personality disorder more often than not with that.
So with the combination of the other things though that she brings to the table,
Mhm.
that wouldn't open a door for something like that.
For personality disorder? No, for mental illness. Yes.
Okay.
Mental illness like schizophrenia, that's hereditary.
But let me just say, in the DSM-5, it
Mhm.
is characterized as a personality disorder and is defined as a mental illness.
Okay. Well,
I'm just no, but what I'm saying is, right, isn't a mixture. So we talk about all the time how we have this confidence that nobody should fucking have, right? So if you have this other disorder, but you are around somebody or something that creates this kind of, I don't know. It wouldn't, I just wouldn't have been the one to say, yes, it's your fault. That's not something I think I would have fucking said.
Oh, well, I mean, if you take it back to the trauma plus the hereditary factors that go with.
I'm going to need something more than truly fucking lemonade right now. I'm going to have to go to the whiskey, aren't I? I'm going to have to fucking go to the whiskey.
I'm not saying that, you know, the psychiatrists were all like, thank God you were there. Because the kids would have been taken away.
This is interesting though.
They're like, oh, you're the father. Thank God. It's such a pleasure to meet you. I've heard such good things about you. You're such a pleasure. I'm like, I'm not batshit crazy. I'm just full of myself.
So, okay.
Sorry, Missy.
You know what? That's my fault. I should have just shut the fuck up and let you keep going.
You walked into it.
I did, and
you don't want to split hairs because I am a narcissist.
I am going to fucking. I am gonna. What do you say when you put a like a label? Not a label. No. We're gonna fucking get back to that. Oh, we so will, but not for this story. So what do we have to do? We have to when we kind of
put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. Thank you. I couldn't think of the phrase. It's fucking COVID. That'll do it to you. I still fucking those words. Go ahead. So go ahead. So she
Mama Fox, what were you saying?
No, I just looked in it. So NP, narcissistic personality disorder, it is both. They're saying now it's including environmental, parenting styles, and genetics. So
I would think environmental is gotta be
more. I think if
I would have to agree with him 100% on that.
Yeah,
because there's got to be an event that creates that ridiculous. I just thought that maybe that was something that was predetermined as well. So
personality disorders are like coping mechanisms that are created.
And that's why you said the trauma part. Don't fucking die. I want to hear the whole story.
Anyway.
All right. So go ahead. So she said that
I didn't create menstrual cycles in her daughters either. Okay. So Jesus Christ.
That is really sexist of you to assume that they have menstrual cycles. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I know. I was there when they started.
Men have menstrual cycles too.
I'm the dad who was like, listen.
And men can be pregnant according to an emoji.
It's 2 tablespoons of blood through the whole fucking 3 to 5 days. You're going to be fine. You're not going to die.
2 tablespoons of blood.
I would have hated you as a father. I would have fucking hated you. I swear to God.
I didn't say that. Was actually Hannah. That was Hannah. Haley started her period and she was freaked out. And she like called Lisa. I'm like, we're at Ross together. Why are you calling your mom? I got you, kiddo. Your mom had to call me and tell me, I got you. I got go bags in my car. I got kids. Dad's been ready. I'm ready. I got you. And fucking Sherlock or Einstein, whatever the fuck. Anna's standing back there all nerded out. She's like, I don't see what the big deal is. It's only 2 tablespoons of blood. And Haley goes, really? Say it again. Say it again. She fucking goes at her. I was like, damn. She's like, say it again. She'll say what? You don't know. You're 11 or you're whatever. You're 9. Like it hasn't happened to you yet. She's like, you start your period and it lasts for 7 to 10 days. It's like, I never don't have a damn period. Then you tell me how not a big deal it is and how it doesn't suck.
Oh my God.
And then she's like, well, that's what I read. And she's like, I don't care what you read. I was like, hey, apparently girls get bitchy when they're on their period. Hannah.
That's what I read.
She's like, I read that too. I
Oh,
said,
I
I'd have been
concur.
Say it again. Say it again.
Shoot it good.
say it again. Like, damn, she just got raw. Her stutter went away and everything.
Literally.
Oh,
I said,
you
what
didn't
happened to your
say
stutter and your Tourette's? Yeah, it doesn't have one. I'm pissed. Well, you should be pissed more often. It's impressive. So,
All right, so go ahead. So what so Lisa
So-
gave you all that prep for it, and then what happened?
I tried to get her ready for it. I said, hey, I'm going to be home no matter what. So hope you have a great time. Try and keep perspective. It's not personal. No one there is going to look at you and know that that's you. So just try and be supportive for your kid. Do your best. Say, okay. So the play starts at 5. 5. Walk in at 5, starts at 5:30, end by 6:30, 7, something like that. And my kids got they got Life Alert or Life 360 on their phones, so I know where they are. So I knew they were down the street. I knew they
Oh,
were
so
at
you
the
can
play.
track them. Okay, I'm like Life Alert. What the fuck?
What?
GPS, so I can tell where they are. And the GPS lets me know that they've now left the theater. Cool. And it alerts me that they've arrived at my house because the GPS is not so sensitive that it's, they're driving down the street next to my house because they said they arrived at my house when they drove by to go there. So I'm in the house and then beep, arrived at Dad's house. And I was like, cool. Yay, they're on their way. Yes. 90 seconds later, my door gets kicked open. There's 3 kids. Hi, Dad. Hey, guys. What's going on? Hunter's got his computer. So we're staying with you for a week. I said, oh, right on. Are you? Cool. He goes, yeah, I just have this one, the clothes I have on. I thought it was just be like 2 days. I might have to get more clothes. I'm like, oh, it's a week. You're a filthy young man. You know you're not going to bathe.
You filthy animal. Yeah.
So he goes and drops his stuff off in the bedroom. Girls come in. Haley's wearing a basketball uniform. She goes, I look like a dirty lesbian wearing this. Dad, why? This is what I get. Dad, I'm at Hollywood Fitness and I'm on the treadmill and I'm running. I said, good for you. She goes, yeah. They have a, summer deal for teenagers in school. I went and signed up. It's free. I'm now have a gym membership. I don't have to work today. I'm at the gym and God, I'm on the treadmill and I get my pace down. And I remember I love running. Oh, so good. I'm like, right. You used to run Girls on the Run. You run fucking 100K all the time. She's like, oh, so good. Sweating. And she goes, these aren't, it's not my outfit. I forgot my gym clothes. So I had to borrow my friends. But yeah, look, it's a basketball. Dad, I look like a lesbian. I'm like, you were one like 3 weeks ago. And she's like, but then I get this phone call and Mom's screaming at me, where are you? We're going to the play. She said, what play? What are you talking about? She's like, God, it's so frustrating. So Mom's screaming at me. I get in my car. I meet at the play. I'm in this. I have to sit there with all these people for like 2 hours looking like a sweaty lesbian because I was wearing the basketball uniform thing. And she goes, and then we get out and all of a sudden She's like, you guys are going to your dad's house for a week. I have nothing. I don't. She goes, I mean, I haven't kept clothes here unless I just leave them behind like forever because they realized there was no sense in having like exact wardrobes and everything, like just bring whatever you need to wear for the weekend. You guys got some extra underwear and whatever, but outside of that, she's like, I'm not prepared for this. What is wrong with mom? I didn't know there was a play. She's screaming at me. I got to sit there looking like a sweaty lesbian. And all of a sudden I'm here. Oh, it's good to see you, Dad. Hi, I love you. Just give me a hug. I'm like, oh, sweaty lesbian, you're here. I don't understand. What is wrong with that woman? And then she pulls up here. She didn't even say anything. She goes, you guys are going to your dad's house for a week. Bye. And then takes off. We're just standing there like, okay. We weren't sure if we were coming to your house tonight or not. So, okay, right on. Well, welcome. Hi, Hannah. What's going on with you? She's like, yeah, not sure she took it very well. I said, you guys are supposed to be going out for ice cream right now. And all three of them, they've already split throughout the house. It's not a big house, but they've gone their separate ways already. And they're like, ice cream? What? They come running back. What? We're supposed to go to ice cream? I'm like, Hunter, I transfer you like $60 because you've got Cash App. He goes, oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, yeah, thanks. It's not for you, Deb. You to give to your mom so she can take you guys out for ice cream. Now they're stuck on that. And then she's like, he's like, well, can I get a different outfit or can I take a shower? I mean, I guess I can eat ice cream like a sweaty lesbian. Like you can go to a play and I'll get you guys ice cream. Don't worry about it. We'll figure something out. And then the girls are like, what about our meds? We take meds. You don't want us off our meds for a week. I'm like, fuck no. I don't want you off your meds for 12 hours. So you guys are just here. Like, what happened exactly? And then, they kind of walk the story back. And I'm like, so did you all like look sideways at your mom when her character started yelling at the kid who killed herself? They're like, yeah, it was intense. She was not happy. I said, did she say anything? Nope. Just pulled up and said, you're staying at your dad's for a week. Bye. Left. I said, well, check this out. Your mom can't not react to things that feel hurtful or, her reaction to life is criticism and judgment. At least she knows enough to know that she would not have been able to fake ice cream with you guys. And instead of saying, fuck you and fuck you and fuck you, she just acted like her normal self, which was yelling at you for not knowing what's going on, even though she didn't tell you. And, ignoring you and whatever. And then here you go. So I guess we're going to do this for a week. Sounds like fun. So how was the play, guys? And Hunter said, dude, it was really good, Dad. I said, yeah. You liked her play? He goes, I think hers was the best, actually. It was the shortest. It was the most powerful. I was very impressed. And then he hugged her. They become buddies, the two of them, which is crazy because he hated Hannah forever because Hannah was annoying as fuck. She was. And then I said, how you doing, kiddo? She's like, I said, I know you're 5'9" and all, but get over here and climb up in my lap and hug me. She goes, Dad, or she goes, Father, I did a thing, didn't I? I said, you fucking did. How's it feel? She's like, really good. I know it hurt Mom, but everything hurts Mom, and I can't prevent that. The story had to be told. I said, cool. So we're going to see you tomorrow morning. She's like, ooh, yeah, I guess we are. Oh, I said, well, where am I going to drop you off when I'm done? She's like, yeah. The kids, so later on, I had to run the kids around. Lisa moved, they bought a new house. They bought a house, which is good. They're 7.7 miles away now instead of 23. down the freeway in Vale. So this is much better. For me. I'm like, girls, we're getting your psych meds tonight because I'm not dealing with you guys coming off of that shit and being. So you guys know how to break it into your house? You got a key or something? What do you got? Like, I think there's a keypad with a code on it. Hunter probably knows it. So cool. Go by 11 o'clock at night. They don't have guns anymore. Carrie learned that you don't keep guns in the house when you have somebody who goes dark. So he learned that a long time ago. So I said, go. You're not going to get shot. So when you go in the house, just make noise so they know it's you guys. Go get your stuff. Because your mom's not answering me. I was like, hey, how was it? Hey, you okay? Hey, I have to go to your house and get stuff for the kids. Anyone? Crickets. So they go in and Carrie was there and he says, yeah, well, left the play, dropped you guys off at your dad's, and then got home. She told me to get out. I did. She left. Turned off her GPS and everything. So I don't know. I don't know where your mom is. She's out dealing with herself.
That's not good.
No.
So this is when it become this part made me sad. Because the kids come back and they tell me they're like, yeah, Carrie doesn't, mom just dropped them off and she's out, gone, dealing with it. And then Haley goes, well, you know, she's probably getting hammered and making bad choices. So this is the kid who never talked over her mom like that. She's like, well, you know, it's mom. She's probably out, you know, doing reckless, dangerous things because that's how she gets. I was like, good. I don't think you guys remember that stuff. We're like, oh yeah. Yeah, we lived it. Yeah. But whatever. She'll show up. Like that broke my heart. That their assumption was the mom's gonna go get hammered and make bad choices because that's what they grew up with. Dad was home taking care of them. Mom was out making bad choices. Trauma. Abandonment issues. This is where it comes from. So, hi, sweetheart. I love you more. Will you? Hey, send me. Can you send me your scripts? Drop it in my Google Drive. Hannah gets in the car and then hears the tail end of what Haley's saying, and she's like, "Oh yeah, agreed. Oh yeah, she's just out. She's probably getting faded and hanging out with people she shouldn't." I'm like, does she still do that stuff? I didn't even know you guys knew she did that stuff. They're like, oh, yeah. They're like, well, you know, 5 years of therapy kind of helps you sort out that stuff that you don't understand when you're a kid. As mom gets emotionally upset, don't take it personally. She's gonna go out and do things. We can't be worried about it. She'll show up when it's time to show up. I was like, fuck. I thought that was like 4 years gone at this point. I'm like, you guys are talking about like this is a thing that still happens. Oh yeah, her and Carrie will get in a fight and she'll just disappear. Come back hammered. What? Maybe she should watch the play again. What do you think? Good news on that. She posted her freezer for sale that's at the house that they just moved out of at 11:30 last night, the house in Vale, on like 10 different forums, which means she needed some alone time because she planned for it. She didn't go out and get hammered. She went back to the house to clean. So she went to someplace safe and she did safe things. Broke my heart that my kids didn't even think to lead with that. So I told them, because even this morning, they're like, oh, has anyone heard from mom yet? Or she's still missing? What? The fuck? How is it this stuff can happen on a Monday and I don't hear about it by the weekend? You guys are over it already. Like nobody tells me. They're like, well, it's not your responsibility anymore. It's his.
You got some smart kids, man.
Like, and I said, yeah, I said, I know.
Emotionally intellect.
So I'm grateful for that. Yeah, Haley's like, I don't know what, I don't know why she's like that. So immature. I said, hey, good news, girls. Mom was posting the freezer on Facebook to sell at 11:30 last night. So she wasn't at Jeff's pub singing karaoke. She faded with a bunch of people.
Oh, Jeff's pub, not a good place.
Oh, I
go
know.
out late at night. Oof.
It's one of her places.
Oof.
Had to learn the stomping grounds when you got to go rescue your kid's mother constantly.
Jeff says it all the time. I'm a vibe guy, right? The first time I ever went there at like 1:00 in the morning, I went, oh, we shouldn't be here.
Is it
And
season?
everybody I was listening, what are you talking about? I'm like, I could tell you right now, I'm going to wind up punching somebody in the face. I could tell you right now, and it's just walking in.
It's
and
chock full of
the
locals.
they
territory.
are not nice people.
Yeah,
and
territory.
right away, the vibe is like, I at the time I hang out with, Jeff will tell you this, I'm the friend of the friendless. So I hang out with, you name the kind of person I hang out with him. Well, a couple of nerdy
The
guys.
lepers, the whores, the nerds, the geeks,
Right. Everybody.
reprobates.
And, one of the nerdy guys is like, oh man, that guy was kind of mean to me. I'm like, who? Show me who. No, I don't think that's a good idea. No, it's a great idea. Show me who. And then my other friend, yeah, maybe we should leave. We should probably leave. That's probably a good idea. But as soon as I walked into that place, I was like, oh, we shouldn't be here, guys. No, what are you talking about? They got, like he just said, karaoke. They got everything. They're like, yeah, they're the only bar open to 2 a.m. And there's a reason they're the only bar open till 2 a.m. That place is not good. Not a good place to go to. Yeah, we don't go. I haven't gone there in years, but like last time I went there, I walked in and I was like, oh, and everyone's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Right away. You could feel it. The walls in that place. You could just feel
Yeah.
that it is.
I had been
not
in
a nice
I had been in one time. And then after we split, I found out that was one of her common haunts, and then still is with Carrie and or by herself, apparently, just to go to that place. I'm like, Jesus, like that's
It's not. It's
gutter trash.
And it's a shame too, because it is a very large, there's many sections of the place and stuff. Like it could be an amazing fucking place. And the first time we showed up there, it was kind of early. It was like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. So the vibe was different. It was like, oh, and the food is decent. We were like, oh, this is cool. I like this. And we used to go to Jeff's pub, which doesn't exist anymore. I mean, not Jeff's pub. Sorry. Frank's. That apparently doesn't exist. He sold out. So I passed it the other day and I'm like, son of a bitch, it's a different name. So he must have sold out. But it was, we always went there. But if the bartender told me, nah, we're closing early. Well, you leave work at 11:30 at night. There's only so many choices you can fucking have.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, let's go to Jeff's. Oh no, it's a different vibe. As soon as it must be like 10 o'clock or something, that place changes and just not a good place. Not a good place at all. No.
So the play is called 14 Stories Up.
Oh, you're gonna read it?
I'll do you one better.
Oh, you're gonna show it? Oh fuck.
So I recorded it from one angle, Hannah from another. I told Hannah get close-ups, and I'm gonna get from a distance. And I'll edit it. I haven't had a chance to edit it, so we're just gonna watch.
All right, hold on before you do this. All right, yeah, fuck me. Go ahead, play it.
So the scene starts. They're on a rooftop. The people in black are gonna be characters in the story in this young lady's memory. She's standing on the roof, and she's going to step off and kill herself. And as she falls, she's 14 years old. As she falls the 14 floors to her death, she has a memory for each year. Yeah. Yeah. So. Fucking.
we don't see the good in life. The pain we feel and the fog in our minds that won't cease to be. That you can't see through no matter how hard you squint
Hold on.
or how bright of a light you shine through it.
Everything's fucking skipping out, so give me a second. Just let the hamsters catch up. All right.
One day you just throw it all away and do the selfish thing of jumping when people still love you. Throwing everything away is never the answer. I wish I had known that at the time, but the light that was supposed to help me see wasn't bright enough. It was barely there. Counting the stories that I passed as I fell, there I was. I couldn't stop it no matter how hard I wanted to.
14. You are useless, Jamie. Why did I even have a kid? Maybe if your father wasn't the way he was, then you'd be smart. You ruined my life. You'll never be good enough. No matter how hard you try, you will never make up for ruining my life. 13.
If you didn't want to get hit,
Then you shouldn't be stupid.
it's your fault this is happening. I don't care that it hurts you.
You being stupid hurts me.
And I want you to know what it's like to feel that way.
12.
Keep going out with your friends and ignoring me, I'm gonna hurt myself, Jamie. And it's all your fault
That I'm going to do that.
You should only talk to me. Just me. Only me. You love me, right? Then stop ignoring me when I text you.
11. You know you're going to hell for being gay, right? It's against our religion. I know you don't believe in our Lord and Savior, you dirt worshiper. There's no saving you. I'll pray for you. I love you.
10. I don't care what you're going through.
It doesn't matter.
I get migraines every day and I'm depressed. Your parents' divorce is nothing compared to what's happening to me. My parents are depressed, and my dad has to take care of my mom because she's too sad to get out of bed every day. Divorce isn't even that bad. I have 2 other friends that have gone through it.
You're not special, Jamie.
9.
I can't believe you got kicked out of advanced math. You're a moron. You should do better. I don't care that you tried your best. You should have done better. Even if your grade was an 89% on your test, you deserve to be kicked out of that smart kid school. If you can't get straight A's, then you don't deserve to be in there.
8. You know, your
your
mother
dad
is just
is
the worst.
just the
She's
worst.
so selfish.
He's a
She only
liar
cares
and
about
a
herself,
slob.
and
He's
she
an
doesn't care about
alcoholic. He
you.
doesn't care about
If she
anything
did,
but his
then maybe
drinks.
that guy wouldn't
He's
live with
awful
her.
to you
She's
guys.
only ever
He's
cared
going
about
to be an
herself.
awful person forever.
And
And
you
you
know
know
I'm
I'm
right.
right. Jamie, if you keep on getting terrible grades, I'm going to start my speak to you about how terrible you are. Stop it! 7.
Halfway down, falling to end the conflict, I was floor-bound. No way to stop it. Oh, the view from halfway down. I was flying down, seeing more than I could from the ground. It's all okay, you would say if you weren't halfway down. What now could slow the drop? What I would have given to feel the ground at the top. It changed my mind. I don't want to go. But all I can do now is watch as the wind starts to flow. Faster and faster. I fell with no chance to survive. The air was nice and brisk. But if I knew what was waiting for me from the view from halfway down, I wouldn't have taken the risk.
6.
I love you. You know that, right? You're my child. I'll always love you. No matter what. I can never not love you. The light of my life. I would never want anything bad to happen to you. 5.
Are you doing all right? You seem sad. I care about you, Jamie. You know that, right? If you ever need to talk to me, I'm here, even if you think it doesn't matter. It matters to me, and I love you.
4.
I'm your best friend. I'm so sorry I was mean to you. You matter so much to me and so many other people. If you ever need to talk, so much to me. You mean more than you could ever know.
Two. Jamie,
The light of his life.
Please
I'm
talk to
sorry,
me.
Amber,
Stop
about
it. I've never watched
you.
anything
Please,
like that.
you're mine forever.
I love you.
No, you don't. You don't love me. You never will.
One.
One more story, one more thought. No way to stop. Oh, how I wish I could have stopped time and go back to where I stand now. But alas, I had no choice but to deal with the consequences of my actions. I saw then that I was wrong, and that I had others to care for me, to keep me happy, to talk to. But those last 10 feet that I passed couldn't stop me from myself and my choices. Closing my eyes and taking a breath. I was prepared for the end, but not ready. I'd never be ready. 3, 2, 1. And I was gone. The sirens began to wail, and my breath left my body. I couldn't go back. You can never go back after you jump. I was at my end. The end came too soon, but I chose when it came. No one should choose their end. Push past the fog and find your light. Never choose your own ending. I wish I didn't choose mine.
It needs to be like a PSA.
Next on an old new special blossom. Yeah. It's I'm grateful that she didn't go through with it. Things were touch and go for a while. I think I mentioned in the past, she called the suicide prevention hotline from her bedroom because she needed someone to intervene and needed them to get between mom and her. Yeah, I don't know. I was proud even in that moment when I found out that she had done it. Lisa was very calm when she found out she had. We were all 100% on deck and on board with her getting better, and did nothing but praise her for seeking help. This is what we told her to do. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, it may not be mom, may not be dad. We will not take it personally, and we will not shame you for not reaching out to us, because we get it. You need a neutral third party. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a good thing. I think it was sixth grade, seventh grade. And it was a kind of a whirlwind. Her life was kind of a whirlwind after that, but she stayed engaged, and she's gotten a lot of help, and so I'm grateful. But like watching that kid and that the actress looks to me like resembles her, which is even was more. Whew. And I liked how halfway down she starts questioning, like, or
Yeah, that
she starts going like, "Don't. This is not what." This is
when
not.
it flipped, I was like, oh, thank God. Like I think I was more proud of her at that moment when she did the flip than I felt like just from doing it in itself.
Yeah.
That she recognized that those are invasive thoughts and they lied to us.
Yeah.
and the people in our lives that are truly matter really do love us,
Yes.
you know, and they want the best. And that's when I kind of lost. That's when I was like, okay, that's the tears came then. At the halfway point, the tears came. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. She's like, this is not a choice that you should have to make.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You shouldn't choose.
Choose your own ending.
Yeah, your own ending. So this came as a cathartic story that she wrote, and then because she's in theater, she found out about it. She had her theater teacher read it, the treatment, which was just in her journal. And he said this would be amazing as a one act play. So then she just converted it into a one act play, and it got accepted, and there you go. Is like you said, like a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Well done. I told her when I was a kid, I used to hire a theater troupe called New Image Teen Theater, which is very much like this. And they would come to, I would put on workshops for, with different topics for the high schoolers. They would come and they would act out, act this stuff, the stuff that's important, the stuff that you need to remember. But
amazing. She did a great job. Please make sure you tell her I said that. I'm in awe of her right now. Just
dirt worshiper.
absolute awe.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I was to her right recording it, and she did the same thing. That she got called up after all the playwrights got up and they got a standing ovation. They had to introduce themselves, and then she came back. She was just so proud. She's like, "Dad, Father, I did a thing, didn't I?" I said, "You fucking did, kiddo. So proud of you."
I'm
And there was
too
some-
that she inspired me to start writing again.
I
Truly,
played
last night.
our discussion from the night before last night with the girls. And as I'm shit talking the trans thing to you guys, because I'm trying to rile you up before I change the topic. And she's sitting next to me. Haley wants to kill me. Hannah's like highly offended of the shit that I'm saying. I'm like, gosh, all right, sweetheart, brush your teeth, go shake your dick and go to bed. The trash is heavy. These are like little things that I'll tease, not all at once. Obviously, for effect, I'm trying to get you guys in the wrong frame of mind to have this right frame of mind conversation. And then she actually corrected me. Both girls, they go, "This play had nothing to do with being trans." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. No, nothing. This has to do with depression, suicidal ideation, and how horrible divorce is for kids. It's awful, Dad." I said, "I know. Having a mother who primary source of parenting skills is shaming. She said her little girlfriend friend who was the naggy bitch, like, you think you're special." Her name was Jaden. I hated that cunt. And then the bigger girl on the end was some online relationships she had where the person was abusing her. It was hardcore emotional abuse, manipulation. And I actually found out about it because I put a tracker on her phone, then took her phone away, and then made her live with me for 6 months. Her grades went to shit because I wasn't here, and she lied to me about doing her homework all the time. But that was another source of trauma that I didn't realize. She was being emotionally abused by someone who was more likely than not an adult, because it was a anonymous relationship. I'm like, kid, it's that fucking PTSD trauma stuff. Yeah, we gotta get ahead of it, because it will guide you into relationships that feel like your primary trauma bonds relationship. I did the same thing. I married your mother because of my mother. It's not a joke. Our brains think like, oh, here's someone that reminds me of the person that I just want to love me unconditionally, but can never seem to get them to. And then you're going to be attracted to those type of manipulators. because they're going to say all the right things because they see you're weak, and they've got your number, and they will abuse you. They will 100% abuse you because you're easy to manipulate, because where you wear your emotions on your sleeve. They know what your triggers are. They know how to guilt you. The fact that she's 15 now, I got her age wrong. She's 15 now. Sorry. The fact that I guess she wrote this when she was 13, 14. And she's like, best friend manipulator, mom and dad toxic, and online abuser. These are the things that made me into this confused mess, which is why I kept trying to figure out a way to get rid of myself. And then the realization that not all of those relationships are bad. The two peripheral ones were like, okay, get out of my life. The mom and dad ones, mom and dad were trying to do the best they could in a really shitty situation. Just weren't paying attention to how much their kids were in the crosshairs.
I need to
So-
take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back.
So why did Lisa get upset? Yeah, and those are precise quotes. That's not an amalgamation. That's verbatim shit that I heard I had to contend with. Like legit. Like you got an 89%, you got kicked out of advanced math, you're a fucking idiot. You're never going to amount to anything. Like, wait, excuse me, you stop. Tell me to stop. Just fucking lazy. Oh. Now this was in the height of her unmedicated, everything was a misfiring. Not to make an excuse for shaming behavior, but I don't shame. I'm the one who taught Hannah about shame so she could recognize it. Some people will go with shame. That's their first reaction. It's hard to not take it personally, but it's their fear manifesting itself to you. People who are wired that way, they don't know to say, I'm afraid that if you don't study, that you won't meet your potential and that you'll miss out on opportunities in life. They go, what are you, fucking stupid? Like, unfortunately, unless they learn how to contend with whatever manages those triggers. Hey, come here. That's where they're going to start. She texts me one day and says, Mom's mad because she read my text where you said that she shames me. And I told Mom, why do you shame me all the time? I don't like it. I don't shame you. You're fucking stupid if you think I shame you, like whatever. And she's like, yeah, see, that's what dad told me. Like, that's exactly it. You're shaming me right now. She just gets extra mad and she's texting me. She's like, uh-oh, Mom's mad because I told her she's a shamer. And I was like, ooh, and then all of a sudden the phone changes. I can't believe you told her that I shame her. I don't shame her. You're a fucking liar. You're a piece of shit. I'm taking her phone away. I just read your text messages. I'm like, oh, the evil mom caught us talking about her. Hannah, come back. They wanted to talk to you.
Hi.
Hey, sorry, I just want to say you are amazing. Like, not even just for your age, but you are just freaking amazing. And thank you. You have inspired me to start writing again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
I think the most important thing, and I talked about it the last time we were on, is that when you said that there's always light and you have to look for the light, and I'll preface this by saying that I had told Jeff and Missy the other night that my son was part of that Cienega class that had about 12 kids kill themselves over the from 6th grade to 12th grade. And my, the great fucking advice that I gave him was, hey, that, there are more better days than bad days. And there are people out there, even if it's not the people you think, and I didn't say this last time, but even if it's not the people that are right in front of you, there are people there that can talk to you. They can understand what you're going through. And I think the one thing that I took away from you doing this is that I think you showed people a different avenue, right? Like maybe, and this is a real sore subject for me. So I'm trying to maintain the best that I can. But the fact that you got Missy to write again, that hopefully that, if there was 12 people in the crowd, who cares? If you got to one person to go, you know what, right, once you take that step off the ledge, there is no coming back. And you got through, I think it was floors 4 through 1, when there was regret. You can hear that there was regret in her voice. It is awesome that you put that out there and made yourself very vulnerable at the same time. That's very brave, extremely brave, and you should be very proud of that. If you can touch just one other person that saw that, that's an awesome thing. So that's all I have to say about that. Like I said, it's a very touchy subject for me. So I do my best to maintain, but you should be very proud that you put that out there to let other people know that they're not alone in the thoughts that they have in their head. So that's all I want to say about that.
John doesn't want to cry. Come here.
Absolutely.
You're not too big.
Is there like, it's your writing, but is there like copyright on that or anything?
No, I don't think so.
If nowadays, if it's published, it's copywritten to the owner. All you have to do is transmit it electronically, and the copyright is yours. It's automatic. So you can add a official copyright as intellectual property in order to make it easier for lawyers to, have a cease and desist. But as long as you transmit it, you can email yourself your written works and it's copywritten at that point.
Right.
So
I just asked because I'm just going to throw this out here, and please do not, you don't even have to say anything, let alone you can say no. So I am with an organization. I'm a vice president, and I facilitate meetings for DBSA, Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance. And this is a subject that I personally have trouble with when I'm facilitating. So I'm the leader of the group. I'm not responsible, but I kind of am, I feel responsible, especially when people start talking about SIs and attempts, and it gets really hard for me sometimes. I mean, I have the knowledge because I have my own attempt, so I have the understanding, but to convey that sometimes is really hard for me because I have to have my boundaries so that I stay safe, but I have to help them too, and it's really hard. And I was just wondering if at some point, maybe if I ever had a situation that was really heavy, if I had a copy of that, if I could privately, not in the whole group, but just pull that one individual into another room and privately show them that. Think about it, because I think that would really help. If somebody is at that moment contemplating, and I've been in that situation where I've had to talk people out of it in the moment, like right then and there. And that is one of the hardest things to find words for. Even though I have my own words, it's not always the words I need for them. So to have something like that, that's somebody else's, but yet it is such a poignant point of view. And I love the part, and I think it's so important because you flip it halfway. And that's the part where my heart just broke. Because
So
that's the part people need to know about.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When you wrote that, was it for you or was it for you and other people, or just other people? Who was it for?
I wrote it to get out my feelings, and then I had a few people read it, and then I submitted it because I thought, yeah, it's not going to get chosen, whatever. I'd like for other people to read it, and then it got chosen, and now we're here. So that was pretty cool.
So it was basically therapy for yourself.
Yeah, writing is
So-
a good therapy.
Oh, it's an amazing
Yeah.
therapy. I read something the other night when my dad died, when he had started to talk about
You know,
this subject. It got me like, I was like, you got me thinking in my head, and I was like, oh, I happened to see this thing that I wrote the night that my dad died. Like, it was just a weird little, it was a quick thing or whatever. So have you learned how powerful that is?
Well, I don't really share my stuff with other people very often. And when I do, it's usually with the people who I'm closest with at the time. And then when I write, it's just a therapy for me. It helps me get out all my emotions.
Do you think that'll change a little bit, where if just our reaction, right? This is a couple of, well, Mama Fox is very young, but I'm an old fuck. And
We're the same age.
you could shut the fuck up. No, you're not. You're younger, and with an ice pop. I'm just saying. So I think the thing you should take from this, and I don't know shit, right? I don't fucking know anything in this world. But you have affected a lot of people by sharing what you thought was going to be therapy for yourself. It could be something you can, and it's only obviously if you're comfortable with it, but it may be something you want to continually do, because obviously these people picked you, right? Out of how many were submitted, and you can hear this old fuck talk to you about it, and that very young lady down below with the ice pop talk about it. But do you think maybe now you would not only write for yourself, but maybe for other people? How do you feel about that?
I'd like to do that. I just need to find a way to put my stuff out there.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is stay true to what you actually feel.
Mhm.
Don't when you write, don't think about what other people want to hear. Write exactly what you did originally, where it was for you. And I think that will have more of an effect on people. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. I don't pretend to know anything in this world, but I would think that your honest perception of what you deal with is probably very cathartic to other people as well, besides yourself. So, I mean, if you're up to it, I would suggest on continuing.
how much writing do you do?
I have 28 pages of a book, and I have a bunch of little one-page thingies of my writing. I write a lot. I enjoy writing.
So it sounds like to me that she needs to have her own self-help show where all she does is read what she wrote, and she does nothing else. You don't have to comment on it. You don't have to set the scene where this is how I was feeling at that time. Your words alone will, I think, touch, I think that's the right word to say, touch the people that are going to watch it. And you get the people that'll watch it will get what they perceive anyway, right? But I can, I mean, that's what it is. But if you saying it out, writing and saying it out loud are two different completely things. They are absolutely different, because when you write it, you wrote it, but when you say it, it's freaking real.
Can you imagine watching people audition
Right.
to play your story, and then Probably the 3 shows yesterday, 2 shows today, probably 300 people watch her play.
Well, that's awesome because that's going to touch. And who gives a shit if it only touched one person in the crowd? It
No, you could tell.
matters.
Trust me, you could tell.
Well, it just
The energy was
right.
different. There was a lot of comedy and a lot of, you know, the other shows were, you know, tongue in cheek, over the top, goofy, and they even announced, hey, basically after the intermission, it's going to be a serious topic, and they alluded to, you know, in the beginning also that this very impactful and very powerful play is going to be there. But if you find that suicide, you know, is not something that you can contend with, then you can wait outside in the lobby.
Right.
We'll grab you afterwards.
And your dad will tell you, I asked him to post the suicide hotline several times during our podcasts because that is very close to heart to me.
Yeah.
So I think that from the mouths of babes, right? So when somebody really young speaks it, older people pay attention to shit like that. They really, really do. And whether they are the character of your dad, dirt worshiper, or the character of your mom, it can affect how they talk to other people. But more importantly, obviously, if they're the character of you, the statements, and I don't know whether it was Floors 4, 3, 2, 1, or if I think that's when you changed and said, you know, you wish that you hadn't jumped off the ledge or whatever. And I'm prefacing because I only saw it once. But you can not only affect the people that are suffering, but the people that are actually creating the chaos. And I think that is the real message that everybody has to take away from that, is because not that I want to make the people that are causing your pain or the pain victims, but fucking people are clueless sometimes. They're absolutely clueless, or they need help in the way that they express themselves. So not only did I think you did, and I know I'm stuttering my words, but I told you I'm trying to maintain that you're helping the people that were going through what you were going through. But I think you also shine a light on the people that caused the grief, that maybe they can realize the way that they communicate, the way that they raise their children, the way, even if it's not kids to adults, but it's people to people, that it is, it's very profound. So again, you should be extremely proud of what you did, because it not only, right, like writing in a journal doesn't take any bravery, right? But submitting something like that, where other people can look at it, that is extremely brave, and you should definitely be applauded for that. And again, it's a subject very close to my heart, and very well done. And I'm sorry that I'm babbling, but I'm trying to maintain. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say there's also a third group, and I know you didn't address this third group, but but I think it will still impact them. It's the people that are around said person, but aren't necessarily causing conflict for them, but
People
they just
witnessing
don't
it.
know. Yeah, they're witnessing it, but they may not know what to do, or they may not know how bad it's affecting. So this can shine a light on what somebody can be going through, and people around them have no clue. So it's like, you know, check in with people, like really check in. Don't just say, hey, how are you today? Oh, I'm fine. When you say fine, for me, if I ever say fine, somebody better say, now sit down. What the fuck's going on?
right.
You know, because
Jeff,
that
could you put the number up again? Just
I
throw
don't
that
think
out
you
there.
can do it the same in Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
You can't
not
do it
like
in
you can on
Zoom?
Restream.
mm,
It's 800-273-TALK.
yeah, 800-273-8255.
So So that third group is a bigger group, I think, for most people.
Mhm.
And something like this shines the light on them, and it may spur them to try to take action, to interject themselves, to find out how, what the situation really is. So that's really important too. I just wanted to.
And even if they don't have the courage to interject themselves into the situation, at least they can be there for you. I keep going to say you, because obviously it's written, you wrote it, but they could also be a sounding board for somebody, and and let them know, that they're not alone, and that there is somebody there that gives a shit about them. But not that they're cowardice. Like, I think Missy said it best, is that they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle, because a lot of people aren't trained, right, on how to deal with depression and anxiety. And I think the best people are the people that suffer it, right? So I think they are the best people to fucking talk to, because they may be hopeless in their own situation, but
They
for
can
the other people,
sure as shit point out what's going on with somebody
right?
else.
They're fucking experts at it, right? And I gotta tell
This
so
kid walks around with a DSM-4, just mentally going, oh, okay, well, that person's neurodivergent because they have XYZ ABC going on.
so
You just get used to.
so
recognizing-
personally, I suffer from horrible depression and anxiety, and Jeff and I talk about it all the time, that we have that. I have that. Jeff, what do you say? Because I always fucking forget what it's called.
Diarrhea of the mouth.
No, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking now.
I'm
No.
fucking with you. You're doing great. I'm teasing.
I haven't
Um,
heard you specifically talk about it, but in the very beginning, when I first started watching, you always talked about the voices in your head. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
what that was
horrible,
about.
right? So I have a friend of mine that I know, she suffers horribly from depression.
Mhm.
And I try to be there as much as I can for her. And when I'm on the road, especially when I'm traveling for work and I'm by myself, instead of my wife, my kids, my friends, I reach out to her and I go, hey. She goes, uh-oh, what's going on? Talk to me. Where are you at? And it's a wonderful thing. And I think what people don't realize is those people are everywhere. They really are, but we don't know how to tap into those people. And I know for me, she's talked me off a lot of bad situations where I can, it's the confidence thing, Jeff. What is the fucking thing that we suffer from?
Narcissism.
Oh, I love you. God, I love you right now. You have no idea.
Irrational self-confidence.
Irrational self-confidence. I talk in front of groups of hundreds of people sometimes, and it doesn't even faze me. I can sing a song in the middle of a fucking bar, and it doesn't even faze me. But small little things add up, and it affects me horribly. But
we could be the most confident looking, self-doubting, nerve-wracked, like fearful human beings who are shaking in our boots, wanting to throw up, all the way up to the point where we grab that microphone in front of a stadium full of people, and then we're like, I own this motherfucker.
Right.
But all the way up until that point, you had no idea.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. The thoughts that go through your head. And but anyway, I'm going to stop making it about myself. I just wanted to reiterate that it was very brave.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. My leg hurts. You're not heavy. I'm just
what does she weigh? Like 25 pounds?
Something like that. It's not her. My chair, the piston in my chair gave out, so my knees are up by my fucking.
I just like when you say piston. Could you say that again? Anyway, hey, sweetheart, that was amazing.
How do you?
Okay, I just really wanted to tell you that was extremely brave, and I can't even imagine watching the people practice it and over again, and what you were going to think that other people thought. So you are badass. I just want to tell you that.
Absolutely.
Hey,
As your old man yawns.
check it out. Oh, shush.
Fuck.
So I have two different perspectives on the video. So I have one that's more straight on and then her close-ups. I'm gonna put that together the best I can, and then probably add, if depending on sound quality, if I can't get the sound quality to balance. Go ahead. I love you.
Did you have a video on her while it was going on?
No,
Oh.
no,
Oh,
I had one on the whole group, and then she was in for close-ups. That I told her, you get close-ups, I'll get the whole group, and then we can go back and forth, and I'll edit it. So I'll talk to her about it. She does have the copyright. But I think what you're saying is delivering this information either in story form, depending on somebody's learning. If we can splice together the 7-minute play from those two sources and tighten it up a little bit, that could be very valuable too.
Yeah.
And even otherwise, I've got enough video editing software. I mean, shit, if we did it as a doodle video, I mean, there's so many options, you
Yeah.
can storyboard cartoon it if you want to. But I think as a resource, I think I totally agree. The reaction I felt, the visceral reaction, and the engagement of people like, oh geez, like you guys unpacked how many different layers there are to it. This can mean a lot to a lot of people because it's super, like, you either witnessed it, you're part of the problem, you've seen it, you're like, holy fuck, I'm about to piss my pants. So
Go. Don't need to see that.
I guess I'll stop eating my mix and I will go unmute. I mute myself every time I'm like snacking on something, so you don't hear me go.
Crunch. Yeah. When we do our groups in person, we have the guidelines that we read. And number 9 was no eating. It can be disruptive. But since we're on Zoom, if I call on somebody that isn't paying attention, they just read it. And then I have to say, so our number 9 is actually, and I say, so we have not updated these since Zoom. So since we're on Zoom, please feel free to eat. Just mute yourself so we don't hear your crunching. Please no smoking, drinking, alcohol, or doing illicit drugs on screen. And please leave your clothes on. And then I personally add, and yes, they sound silly, but they're all there for a reason. And yes, we've had all of the above.
I was gonna
place
say, I
on
guess I'm
camera.
not taking off my Hawaiian shirt then, because I was like, what?
I didn't even think about one day we were on break, and usually I turn my camera off on break because I have a cigarette.
Mhm.
It's a 2-hour meeting, and so we break at the halfway point, and I always just leave my mic on unless we go to the bathroom. But I turn my camera off, and one day I don't
Those
know
look
why.
like mangoes.
these are mangoes.
Okay,
I have never seen a mango this big.
Those are huge.
that's what she said.
Right.
They
No,
came
no,
in-
what
Probably
Missy
should've been
said.
what he
Because
said.
more what Missy said, because she was like, that's huge. That's what she said.
36.
There you go. So what is the initials of your group again?
DBSA.
And what does that mean?
Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance.
Okay.
And they're all over the US and Canada. I don't know if there are other overseas, I'm not sure, but I know the US and Canada have them for sure. Not
Yeah.
along the San Diego chapter, but we have people from the UK, from tons of different states, because we're on Zoom now and they can find us and they can
Right.
participate. So
You said the meeting's like 2 hours long.
2 hours, yep.
And how many
Um,
times a week?
4. On Monday, it's
Wow.
on Zoom, it's from 6 to 8. We also have an in-person on Monday that I go to in person. I drive half an hour each way, but it's nice to do in person. There's a friends and family. So they're only friends and family that's the only one we have right now is Monday. And then we have Wednesday from 5 to 7. Thursday 6 to 8, and then Friday is 1 to 3, and I facilitate every Friday.
I just like when you say
Sometimes
facilitate. I just
Facilitate.
look at those teeth. Oh my God, they're so
Facilitate.
white. God damn it.
I facilitate.
I was like, I brushed my teeth like 3 times today, and oh, they kind of
Those
look
are
white
white,
too.
Yeah, they are.
Considering that I dip, that's a pretty good. That
Right.
was that's
And since
pretty
I
white.
smoke, yeah,
Yeah, no. And I'm keeping the mustache because you told me to. So
I like it. I like it a lot.
yeah, I shaved the rest of my face today. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll keep that mustache. She kind of, yeah, whatever.
I took a shower after the pool and I was like, I soaked up and I was like, yeah, I'm not shaving my legs. Nope, not happening.
Oh, you're a little bohemian today, huh? Very nice. Very nice.
Everywhere
Very
else is
nice.
good, but not my legs. I didn't want to bend over. I only have the shower stall. So
Wait a minute. You don't want to bend over? We're
in
done.
the shower
All right.
stall.
So anyway,
In the
next subject.
shower
Hello.
stall, asshole. It's
No, because you basically just said asshole was not available. That's what you just said. Oh,
What's
oh, by the way, my chocolate may be kicking in now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ah, hey, woohoo, haha.
Hey,
Yeah, I had to go see a 6-year-old's recital today, so that was fucking fun.
yay.
And the plan was to take a piece of chocolate before the recital.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
up till 1 a.m. I watched all of Tin Star season 3 yesterday. Outer Range episodes 1 through 5. I got 3 left. I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh fuck, it's Friday night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I probably should go to bed. I slept till fucking 10 this morning. I slept
Damn.
9 hours with my CPAP cord wrapped around my throat like it was trying to kill me. So that means I
Lovely.
moved a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, so I was like, oh fuck. And I think we're hanging out in the pool afterwards. All right, let me get the cooler with all the beer. That's really most important.
Right.
Never thought about it. And I was like, fuck. And even my daughter's boyfriend was like, I was wondering if you were gonna take a fucking piece of chocolate before this thing. I was like, I wanted to, and I didn't. So,
Forgot.
it was cute. I mean, whatever. Right? I mean, it's cute.
Yeah.
But I did get to hang out in the pool and drink a bunch of beers and eat some brats and whatever. I got so right now in the last couple days, I've had like a sweet vibe going, right? And Jeff says it all the time. I'm on vibes. I am a total vibe kind of guy. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like that, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I like that. We should do that all the time. And that is, I was very responsible from the age of 20 until 45. Very responsible. Football coach, made sure
Right.
everything was done right. Soccer coach, softball coach, volleyball coach for the girl, very responsible. Now, I am very bohemian. I am very, but I shower, so I'm probably not bohemian. But I am all about vibes now. Like it completely just. I said to my boss the other day, I go, went into the office yesterday. I closed the door and I go, okay, what the fuck is your problem with me right now? Because I need to know. And he goes, what are you talking about? I don't have a problem with you. I'm like, listen, dude, the vibe that I'm getting from you, not good. Like, it's not good. And he was like, no, I was just really stressed. I'm like, so I don't really give a fuck about you. I need to know how you feel about me and what I have to do different. And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, are you sure? He goes, yeah, no. He goes, I don't understand why you think too much about shit. I said, well, when there's a lack of communication, your brain fills in the blanks.
Yep.
And it happens in every aspect of your life, right?
Yep.
So I said it to him. I'm like, the vibe, and I use the word vibe because I like, listen, I'm not a stoner. I wish I was. Oh my God, do I wish I was, but I'm not. But I
like
feed
vibes.
off of the vibes. I don't know what is he gonna do sparklers or is that all
Incense.
incense?
Yeah, that's a lot of incense.
Oh
Dude, if it's patchouli, I'm gonna throw up right now into my cup.
no, it's not patchouli. It's jasmine.
Don't.
I
Yeah.
had a dog named Jasmine once.
Check it out. When Haley got home from work, she's like, "Woo, it's smoky in here." I'm like, "Why is it smoky in here?" This is an incense stick. I had like 12 sticks and this big one going. She's like, "Smells good in here though." Can't smell the rats, can you?
So, but vibes, man. That's where I'm at now. At my age, I'm
Yeah.
about vibes. I really am. If something vibes with me good, I'm like, sweet. If it's not, I'm like, nah. I don't want to do that. I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. I don't think that. And I think my blood pressure has dropped so fucking much after that. It's just like,
Have you learn how to say no?
yeah, just like, that doesn't sound cool to me. I don't like that at all.
I still need to
Hey,
learn
do
how
you
to
want to
say
go
that.
do this? Nah, that doesn't sound right to me. I don't think I want to fucking do it.
I'm gonna
So.
steal that. That doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah.
I
I'm
need
s-
to learn that.
Well, but I wasn't like that for the longest time. Everything got to me. Everything affected me. Whether it's good emotion, bad emotion, it affected me so much, and I was just like,
Yep.
maybe that's why I have so many Hawaiian shirts, Jeff. I think that's the reason. It's just like I'm like, no.
No,
I-
it goes with your new vibe. Like it is. You're saying like, I'm on holiday. I'm chill.
Yeah.
Let's not stress.
I'm like, I can't, because if you blow, so I especially work related, and Jeff could definitely talk to this. If you cry wolf every fucking thing that happens,
Yeah.
then nothing you're gonna say is a big deal to me. But if you're the kind of person that is always maintaining like a regular, normal, whatever. Hey, we have to deal with this. We have to deal with this. I'm like, okay, cool. John, this is really important. Well, that gets my attention. And I go, I'm going to drop everything that I'm doing right now and help you with your shit. You know why? Because you don't cry wolf. Oh, look, it's the fucker that cries wolf every single fucking, everything's a fucking the end of the world. Dude,
Mhm.
the world can only end once, right? I'm just saying, if you're going to say every single thing makes it end, I can't do that anymore. And my new, whether I'm high or not, and dude, I wish I'm high probably once a week. I wish I was high a hell of a lot more than that, but that's who I am now. I'm like, whatever. I'm like,
Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what
I prefer ice. I'm just saying, because I'm always the big belief is you can get warm, you can't always get cold. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can add more layers. You can't take them.
That's
There's
it. I'm
only
just
so
like,
many you can
once
take
you're
off.
naked and the
Hannah.
fan is on you, that's it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put the water on your wrist and stuff because that's the major artery. Oh my, I am high. Oh fuck. All right, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, that's my new mantra, and I don't know if it's just years and years of being very angry, very very
I need your
angry.
help.
I just can't do it anymore.
Once John runs out of steam.
I'm out. Go ahead. I'm gonna drink now.
Um,
You know what? Your father's a dick, because if somebody else talks a lot, he fucking brings it up. But this motherfucker talks all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna comment about the way you shaved your beard, but now I'm not. So
I'm a
fuck you.
narcissist.
Yeah, you are. And I love that she said that. Oh my god, when she said that, I
Yup.
almost
Just
I
watch
can't
our
say what I
intro.
almost did.
I'm only good for a laugh, so
And painting,
good or bad.
princess. Grr.
Uh,
Define a narcissist according.
A narcissist is a person who cares about themselves and thinks that they're the best person in the world.
I didn't hear the last part. The best person.
In the world.
That fucking sums up Jeff right in the fucking right there.
They have an inflated sense of self-worth and value.
They have a big ego, even though they don't deserve it.
By the way, not to depress everyone, but
Well,
I'm
that-
down to truly strawberry lemonade.
Well,
Oh,
this is how I know I'm not a narcissist.
oh,
I deserve it.
I think that kind of proves the point.
No, it's a fact. Actually, I have narcissistic traits, but here's how I
tendencies.
know I'm not a narcissist. A narcissist will never entertain whether or not they're a narcissist or not. It doesn't even enter their realm because their inflated sense of self-worth, they're firing at such a level that the world is here to please them and they're not interacting with it, they're controlling it.
That sounds like Jeff.
I said traits.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not denying that I have traits. I am one of those personality types that would have the potential based on trauma to become that person.
Can I just tell you, you're getting better at it? And I don't know whether it's because I point it out constantly or not, but you are getting better at it. I don't know if you're faking it.
Or what? Being a narcissist?
Yes. No, like not showing the narcissistic tendencies and
Oh.
the traits.
See, I agree you have the traits, but I think the big difference is you do care what other people think. Like if one of us, if you're talking if one of us are talking and you butt in, if we keep going, like it's important what we're saying, you will back off and wait sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes. But it's those moments that is you're not a true narcissist, because a true narcissist would never back off. As soon as they wanted to
That's
say
fair.
something, they would just
You know what?
steamroll
She's
over
right.
the top of us.
And then they would shame you for not hearing
Right.
what they had to say.
Yeah. So
Why would you interrupt my thoughts? You know what I mean?
yep.
The narcissist will interrupt you and then shame you for getting in their way. You're like, Jesus,
I
I'm
think he
sorry.
only does that to me. I don't think he does that to you, but he's shamed an awful lot. Like, oh, you bald-headed bastard. No.
Will you go grab number 20? The new one. The new one. The new rat.
Okay.
We got a show. The Rat Whisperer.
She's asleep.
That's okay. Just scruff her, bring her over. So the Rat Whisperer, 19 Rats and Counting, YouTube channel and a Twitch stream.
That was 20 now.
But there was 3 of them. How the fuck is there 19? Oh, they
There's
had babies.
20.
Sean.
No, nope.
So,
We got number 20 today, who is loose in the house, has never been captive. And her name is what?
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
Oh, that's a good name.
So we got 5 females now. She's soft and cute and amazing.
Wait. This is
She-
a wild rat.
Yeah, never been held before until now. She just
And
went in
look how
and picked her up.
fucking calm that thing is.
just don't let your dad pick him up, okay? He squeals and drops them.
And don't lick the rat, because that's how you can get bad things.
No.
Don't lick the rat. Stop licking the rat. Ugh. Ugh.
How else is mommy supposed to clean the rat?
No, the rat's supposed to clean
No.
itself.
Rats are actually very, very clean, and even the bacteria in their mouth will not cause an infection in you if they bite you.
Yeah, but it's not the rats themselves. It's usually the things that are on rats that are the issue.
It felt condescending when you said that, and I almost reacted in a negative way
How did I feel condescending?
because it's as if I'm not smart enough to understand that the things like where the rat lives would obviously be contagion. Like
I feel when I talk on this podcast, it's not just to you, you fucking narcissist. It's to everybody.
no,
listening.
it's to me.
No, it's to
It's
everyone,
to
you
me.
narcissistic prick. I saw what
hey,
you did there. That was very good.
Thanks for encouraging his fucking sociopathic.
I love
asshole.
you. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
I love you. Good job.
Wait a minute, I'm a sociopath? Oh,
we
I
have a
tested.
narcissist and a sociopath. Oh, okay.
No, he's
Makes total
66%.
sense.
He's 66% psychopath.
Oh, is it psychopath? Okay,
Yep.
so we got psychopath and narcissist.
I'm really upset that I only scored 66%. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like my
know,
mom would
yes.
call me a failure and I would have to drop out of advanced psychopath therapy.
You would.
Oh, Jesus.
See, I pay attention to everything. Everything.
Oh, do you?
No, not everything.
Are you
No,
sure?
dude, man, it's all about the vibes.
It's all about the vibes, man.
I like how you put that into my little shtick thing in the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, because it really is.
Good
And
vibes.
that's why my blood pressure is lower.
I
It
pay
really
attention to
is.
everything.
Oh, shut the fuck
You
up.
do.
I do.
Oh, I don't agree with you, Mama Fox, that he listens to everything.
You
No, I
remember
do.
shit from so long ago that I said like once.
I remember it. I
He
catalog
just uses
everything.
that as blackmail. That's why he does that.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
it's
remember
all
that
bad
time in
shit,
band
but-
camp? What band camp? What, you were in band camp?
This is why.
What did you do with that flute? No. It was a clarinet, John. It was a clarinet.
This is why conspiracy facts bother me, and I can't look into them because I'm cataloging constantly. So I go, well, that seems off. I've heard that before this way, and I'm like, oh God, now I'm gonna go fucking have to prove or disprove whether or not my memory of something I wasn't paying attention to was right.
More importantly, Jeff, did you know they're turning the frogs gay?
Oh, God. Before we went on, we were talking about tattoos, and I said I still want to get my one that says "Boo" for my son. I said, and the damn one I had a dream about, the one that just like the little cursive script that said "Daddy" on the top of my ass. I can't get it out of my head. Like,
It's not the
oh.
top of your ass. It's at the billboard part of your lower back for
Nope.
anybody who would
Nope.
be.
Oh, on my ass.
I may
that
get a
was
tattoo.
only-
I may get a tattoo this next weekend. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Of what?
I may put G off on my
Hey,
right above my ass crack. I haven't decided
Yeah.
yet.
What? I don't know. Do you need
Actually,
spaghetti?
what I want
Anything.
is the
Perfect. I just there's literally a bowl in the microwave. I just heated up.
there's
All yours, take it.
a emblem for Avenged Sevenfold. It's called the bat. What the fuck do they call it now? My brain isn't working.
Eli, what's your dad's tattoo shop called?
No.
What's
oh,
your dad's tattoo shop called?
Okay, hold on.
Metro Tattoo.
Metro?
Yeah.
Like metrosexual?
Like
Like-
METRO.
Oh, like you dress really neat. You look gay, but you're not. Just kidding. Metro. John, you want to go to Metro? Metro Tattoo's
Oh.
been there for 17 years.
No, I have a friend of mine in
no, friends are
in
horrible for
Portland.
tattoos. Make it professional.
Hold on, let me share this. This is what I want. This is what I want to. It's at the bottom though, so it's
Get the spaghetti?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pissed off that it's not sharing what I really want. So it's down at the bottom left. That's
Right.
what I want. That's what I want. That on my right leg. Do you see the emblem that I'm
Yeah.
talking about with the
Yeah.
skull and the wings? Okay.
Oh, skull and the wings.
Yeah, that's I want that. I would want it more like if you saw a drawing of somebody doing professionally drawing a skull with the way it actually looks with the wings. That's what I would want more. I need to find that so I can give them the picture. But yeah, I really like that emblem. So that's what I'm gonna put. I think I'm gonna put that on my right calf. So
Look in chat. John.
I do that? Oh, there we go.
I'm looking for my glasses. They're on my fucking head. God damn it.
Narcissism, really? God damn it! You're really gonna stick on
You
that?
have to put the www for it to.
It won't let me do it. It won't. There's no link. I can't
You
click
could
on it.
copy it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me add in the HTTPS for those of you who don't know how that
Retarded
works.
like
Yeah.
me.
There you go.
Just copy and paste.
Here. I did. Oh, there's a hyperlink. I've never taken it. I would like you to administer the test, and I will answer it honestly, and you guys can hold me accountable to if you think whether or not I'm telling the truth.
Is Mama Fox doing this?
Either her or you.
You go ahead.
We got the psychopath test. Let me
Yeah,
figure out.
I took this. Wait a minute. I thought you already took this.
I took the psychopath test with you. I scored
Oh.
40.
And you are not a psychopath.
Mhm.
I didn't take it, thank God.
Likability test. Whether or not you're easy or hard to get along with. We're gonna do this one for Mama Fox. No,
Oh,
Mama Fox is gonna give this one to John.
Well, you think I'm hard to get along with? That's interesting.
No,
That talks a lot about our relationship right now. I think I have to question. some-
you are antagonistic, but I don't think you're hard to get along with.
No. I am not
Likability?
antagonistic.
Oh, really?
No. I keep you on fucking point. There's a
Oh.
difference.
Oh,
There is a difference.
I wasn't talking about our relationship. I'm saying
No, I'm talking about the
And-
podcast. I wasn't talking about our
I was
relationship.
saying
I don't think I'm antagonistic in our relationship at all.
I wasn't
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about our relationship. I was just talking about you as a human being. Do you have those traits?
Ooh. I really flicked a nerve today. I flicked a fucking nerve today. Holy shit. But
You enjoy so much when you think you have
flicked a nerve?
flicked a nerve or have some leverage. You
No
just you just-
leverage. No,
or, you know, like-
no, dude. There's no.
I used
No.
the wrong word. Oh my lord. You're very noisy today. I think I have to turn my Bose system down. A lot of words. I'm sorry. John, I love you. You opened up a memory of me having paid a subscription for LDR Labs, who have these psychological tests. You made me think about that. I'm not trying to prove or disprove anything. I'm happy to, if I'm honestly more a narcissist or if I fall into that personality disorder, I'd like to know.
Okay,
I know I'm-
John, do you have the narcissist test pulled up?
I'm
No,
cocky. as fuck.
I sincerely think you should give him the narcissist test. Thank you.
Okay,
Wow, see this? Antagonistic. What am I telling?
narcissist.
I think you're right. I think that's what it
Okay,
says.
one
I
out
think
of
you're right.
23.
Only
Ready?
23.
23. I dislike sharing the credit for an achievement with others.
Oh, that's weird.
It's
That's a different question that I have on number one.
I think it
Really?
randomizes them
Oh,
so
because they are psychological assessments. They randomize, so you can't, like, you don't memorize them up front, you know.
so one is disagree.
I
Or
like,
strongly disagree.
give me the statement again.
I dislike sharing the credit for an achievement with others. One
I
is strongly disagree. up to-
Dislike it. I don't mind if we achieve something together. We should celebrate it together. I strongly disagree. I don't dislike it. It's hard. I got to disagree against the dislike.
I dislike sharing the credit for an achievement with others.
I strongly disagree. Give one. I have no problem sharing credit.
My feelings are easily hurt by ridicule or by the slighting remarks of others.
John sometimes apparently. I would have to say probably a 3.
I tried to avoid rejection at all costs.
I try to avoid rejection.
Correct.
Not
At all
like
costs.
2. I disagree.
Even when I am in a group of friends, I often feel alone and uneasy.
2. 1. I no. Strongly disagree.
I have problems that nobody else understands.
This is the narcissist test?
Yep.
Weird. Okay. I have problems and nobody strongly disagree. We're all human animals. If you find that you're not that special.
I dislike being with a group unless I know that I am appreciated by at least one of the persons present.
Did you click the first link or the second link?
The first one. Oh, covert narcissism test.
Okay. Because the
Oh.
second
There's-
link brought up the likability one. So I thought that may be what
Right.
you were
No,
reading.
this is, so it says in recent years, the distinction between overt and covert narcissism has become accepted in
Okay.
personality and social psychological research.
Those are weird questions for that. But I'm not.
So
there.
can you
I
repeat that?
I dislike being with a group unless I know that I am appreciated by at least one of the persons present.
Disagree. One.
Strongly disagree.
Strong, yeah. I don't care.
I tend to feel humiliated when criticized.
Two. Not humiliated, that's too strong of a word.
Defeat and disappointment usually shame or anger me, but I try not to show it.
Defeat or disappointment, shame or anger me. No, just one. I'll get disappointed. I got rejected from 5 jobs before I got the one offer. I was like, whoa, this is humbling. I'm gonna need a moment. I gotta pump the brakes. I'm not that cool. Shit.
I can be
Someone want to see my penis? Anyone? That's not
No.
impressive either.
30 cents. Sorry. I can become entirely absorbed in thinking about my personal affairs, even at the expense of others.
2.
My secret thoughts, feelings, and actions would horrify some of my friends.
Secret thoughts, feelings, and actions would horrify. No, because I hang out with people like you. You guys would not be horrified if I was like, so check it out. So I saw a dead body, right? I just thought for a second, like it's kind of hot. I'd fuck it. I mean, assuming, like whatever.
Oh, Lord. I am secretly annoyed when other people come to me with their trouble, asking me for my sympathy.
Strongly disagree.
I
like
sometimes have fantasies about being violent without knowing why.
Oh, I always know why. Strongly disagree.
I see other people as either great or terrible.
No, strongly disagree.
I wonder why other people aren't more appreciative of my good qualities.
No, what? Strongly disagree.
I feel that I have enough on my hands without worrying about other people's troubles.
No, I like other people's troubles. Strongly disagree.
When I enter a room, I often become self-conscious and feel that the eyes of others are upon me.
Off 2. Sometimes you can feel it.
I am especially sensitive to success and failure.
3. Yeah, middle ground.
I resent others who have what I lack.
1. Sexism test. This is for John.
People say that I often interrupt the remarks of others in a way that makes them all about me.
5.
I was gonna say.
I always look for a way for my angle to fit.
I tend to become involved in relationships in which I alternately adore and despise the other person.
2.
I feel that I am temperamentally different than most people.
3.
I easily become wrapped up in my own interest and forget the existence of others.
2.
And last question. I am jealous of good-looking people.
Fuck no. I'm handsome as fuck.
17.4, low covert narcissism.
So I'm not even like hiding the narcissism. John didn't like this test. Was it? I'm all right. Hairball. So I'm licking the rats. John, you don't like this test. Why?
I didn't say I didn't like it.
John, you didn't say you didn't like it, but you were making faces.
I
After.
thought the questions were weird. I didn't think they were narcissist, or at least what I feel is narcissism. And I could be definitely ignorant on that subject, but I thought the questions were not what I would ask.
Yeah.
But I think it's the difference between covert and overt. So overt is what I think you're thinking about, John. But this was covert. So more of
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
the minutia.
No,
of-
just
of
I was confused by
narcissism.
some of the questions.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What does that have to fucking do with it? Like that was again in my
I
head.
just dropped the narcissism to
Oh,
what
that's
is it?
totally different.
The narcissism personality inventory is one of the most classical and widely used tests in psychology. The test is designed to measure subclinical narcissism in the general population. That is to say, the test cannot be used to diagnose narcissistic personality disorder, and someone who gets highest possible score on this test does not necessarily have NPD.
Yeah, that's completely different. There's 40 questions in that one.
So John, I can read people like a book, or people are sometimes hard to understand. Which one would you pick?
I read people. Oh, is this for me?
Yeah.
Oh, I read people like a book.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I can usually talk my way out of anything, or I try to accept the consequences of my behavior.
Oh, I'd have to go right in the middle on that because it depends on the situation.
It's a either or.
Oh, really? It's not like a 1 through 5 kind of thing?
No,
Nope.
no. They give you 2 statements. You got to pick one.
I could talk myself out of it, or I take responsibility.
I can usually talk my way out of anything, or I try to accept the consequences of my behavior. Which
Oh
one?
no, I'm a you reap what you sow kind of guy. So yeah, I would say I'd take responsibility for it. Absolutely.
I prefer to blend in with the crowd, or I like to be the center of attention.
I don't want to be the center of attention always. Is this a
Uh,
narcissism test I'm taking?
Yeah.
Nope.
If I feel competent, I'm willing to take responsibility for making decisions,
Oh,
or
absolutely.
I like to take responsibility for making decisions.
No, if I'm confident, I like to take responsibility.
You agree with competent also?
Oh, competent. Sorry, I thought you said confident.
I'm sure I was licking the back of my tooth when I said it. Honestly, I was like, confident.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like confident to me. So if I'm say it one more time, I apologize without licking the back of your fucking tooth.
Okay, I'll keep my tongue on. If I feel competent, competent, Jesus Christ, I'm willing to take responsibility for making decisions. Or
Yeah, that one.
I just like,
No, that one. No, that one. Because I could definitely like if somebody is an expert on a subject and I don't know anything about it, I'll back the fuck up and listen. So yeah, absolutely.
you're not going to be the decision maker on a topic that you're not competent.
No, that's ignorant. So no.
I would prefer to be a leader, or it makes a little difference to me whether I'm a leader or not.
I prefer to be a leader. I'm gonna fucking score high on this stuff. But Jeff hasn't disagreed with any of my choices so far. So
I'm not expressing my feeling about any of them right now.
I will, Your Honor, I will go back to the
That's
nerve.
hearsay.
A
Stay-
nerve. I'm sorry, I believe that a nerve was touched. Your Honor,
Hearsay.
I would like to
Stay-
bring to
Objection,
the prosecution would like to
Objection,
show
hearsay.
3 different
Stay-
links that were provided for the public.
The jury.
So in the chat group, I'm just saying, nerve. Keep going with your test.
See, this is the test you wanted him to take.
Yeah, that's why I'm having him take it.
Well, because he would have said, well, he's not making an opinion, but go ahead. Actually, go ahead.
I'm more capable than other people, or There is a lot that I can learn from other people.
No, I just said if I'm ignorant on a subject, I absolutely no. The second one.
But in general,
Bless you.
you don't think you're more competent or more capable rather than other people?
Well, I feel that's leading, Your Honor. That sounds like that's leading. That's pretty good, right? Come on.
Jesus.
Come
Not
on.
bad. Your Honor,
No, but
permission to
you-
treat
you're
him as a
not
hostile
wrong.
witness.
Do I think when I walk into a room
You're
that
the
I'm
sharpest guy in the room.
one of the most competent people there? Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's a subject that I have no idea about, I don't
It's
fake
not
it.
about this is not about subject. It's just about overall
Again,
demeanor.
Your Honor, I'd like to say leading. Leading.
No, it's about demeanor. Is your demeanor that when you walk into a room,
He just wants to prove a point here that I'll be like 100% narcissist. Actually, I've already answered one of the questions not correct.
This actually doesn't even provide you with a diagnosis.
Oh,
This is just to get it. How do you rank amongst the population? It doesn't mean that you're a narcissist, though. I read that in the beginning and said it twice, but that's cool.
Your Honor, I'd like to bring back the nerve subject.
Your Honor, like permission.
We would just
treat
like to
him as a hostile witness.
So
So isn't it true, John?
that you've sucked more dicks, John? What?
Is it not true that being an authority doesn't mean that much to you? Or would you say it's not true that people always seem to recognize your authority? Which one?
I'm confused by the not statement. Can
Do
somebody
not make a positive.
I'm like, I don't know what that means.
I hated that. If I understand,
Oh,
is it not true? I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't speak lawyer. Can you try again?
yeah.
'Cause if it sounds tricky, I get nervous and then I want to say it wrong. So, okay, now I'm going to say I have no recollection then. How's that for the rest of the time? You want to just skip to the end, asshole? All right. So being an authority doesn't mean that much to me, or people always seem to recognize my authority.
I would say people usually recognize my authority.
It was not usually, it's always, but that's cool. You can just say one or two, it's fine.
My God, dude.
Your Honor, he keeps
Lucky I'm hammered right now. I may come to your house and kick the shit out of you. I'm just
Oh,
saying
yeah.
right now.
Can you just call contempt of court, please?
badgering
Yeah, you're badgering me like a prick.
you're answering a yes or no question with adding new words in order to change how your answer is perceived.
It wouldn't be a yes or no question if I had to fucking repeat back the thing that I agree with. It wouldn't be yes or no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, what?
It's Boolean. It's a Boolean question. You just
Well,
have to give me a true,
I
false.
use usually
one,
beef
two,
Boolean when
either
I
or.
am making a good rice.
It's a Boolean.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is that bouillon? I think
That is
30
Boolean.
days for you both. Jesus.
30 days. 30 days in the hole.
is the whole hot and dirty.
After I'm done with you, it is. And sticky. Did I just make him spit up? So go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, prick fuck.
You're not wrong in regards to our answers. That's why it makes me laugh that you get all like, you're a fucking narcissist. I'm like, so are you. You
I
fucking
am not a
shit.
narcissist, man.
That's the thing is you
Oh, I'm one of those
Okay.
covert. Am I a covert? Am I
you
an
are.
undercover narcissist?
You're like a you're you're a narcissist who likes vibes. That's it. That's
Man, you have to
It's
say
just-
man.
you-
After you say vibes, you have to say
it.
man.
Man, vibes, man. You're just an old narcissist. You're just tired. That's it.
You're a beaten narcissist. You've just been whooping.
Keeping up that pace for 48 years is a fucking bitch.
Ooh.
It's fucking tiring, dude. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's like
I know the reason we butted heads the moment we met. I'm like,
watch
oh,
Netflix. Like that
Oh.
sounds cool to me.
the reason we butted heads so fast when we met was because it's like if two of you are the same, one of you is not necessary. We just had to each figure out which one was going to go first.
No, that is so he makes himself not be as much of a prick that he was. He was a fucking prick to me. He was a prick to me and didn't know me.
He didn't understand
And
my
that
sense of
was
humor.
that was the problem.
He
is
didn't
that
understand my sense of humor, Your Honor.
Yeah, because it was like a first day in, Your Honor.
Yeah,
so
but it
I
was
don't know
here.
what previous experiences we could use.
No, you're right.
Yo.
There was no social cue that said that was a good choice. You're 100% right. I admit that.
Well, no, I'm just showing you my point of view on that. Was like I didn't know you from anything, so
100% agree.
when you fucking
But in
said
my
what you
head,
said,
I was laughing when I said it, like he's gonna think this is funny. And then you didn't think it was funny. I was like, there was no foundation for which I
didn't know
said
him
that.
from anything, and I hate to say from Adam because
I know you're gonna say it, and you wanted to. You're like, narcissist. So, just kidding, just fucking with you. I remember the feeling I had when I said that, because horror followed right after it. Was he's gonna laugh? He's gonna get it. He's gonna do this. I'm gonna challenge his masculinity. He's gonna be like, oh, and it was more like, oh, yeah. I misjudged that off ramp. Fuck.
don't put any of that blame on me because I didn't.
Oh
know
no,
you from
100%
shit.
me. It was 100% me. I know it was.
Like
That's why I had this
if
hot
3
burning
weeks
pain.
after Mama Fox, 3 weeks after, if he would have said like something like that, I would have fucking laughed it off. But I totally didn't know him from shit, and I was like,
So I was right when I read you that you would have found that humorous under the right circumstance.
well, just
It just
again,
that wasn't the right circumstance.
to have previous experiences to go back on.
You're 100% right. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, God, I fucking hate.
That was my error, 100%. I felt hot burning shame the moment it happened. I was like, oh, that was bad. I don't think I've ever fucked up an introduction so quickly, ever. I've never damaged a relationship at Hello so strongly before, and I've done some crazy, stupid shit too.
So, Mama Fox, you also have to have like where I was at McDonald's at that point, where I was told
She's
by-
not disagreeing either.
No. But where my brain was is that I was told by several supervisors at McDonald's that whatever I say out loud, the rest of the group follows. And I should think about what I say before I say, like, so I already had a preconceived about, I'm like, I'm not getting paid to do your job. So already, like, new supervisor coming in. So I was already predisposed to want to fucking choke him out before he opened his mouth. And then he was like, hey, buddy. So I think that's why I reacted the way that I did. That I don't think like in a normal situation, I think I would have reacted as bad as I did, but I had already had that built up. Oh, dude, whenever you know, if you agree with something the company does, everybody gets on board right away. I'm like, you know what they call that, right? And they're like, what? A supervisor. That's your fucking job, not my job. So I had already had that like 3 or 4 times. So new guy coming in, and
He thought it was one of the suits I was already wearing.
grown ass man.
Yeah,
You're a grown ass man, aren't you? So it wasn't just his fault. It was me already preconditioned to fucking hate the man in a way. Like, because my shtick was, hey, I have really good numbers everywhere I go. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's all I want. I want you to leave me alone. I don't want responsibility. I'm not here to save the world. Yeah. But you don't understand. When you say something, everybody goes, oh, you know, so I was already like in that, fuck anybody who's going to tell me fucking how to act or
He
how
didn't
to
know.
do.
He didn't know that I had already spent my career subverting the man, as making believe like
No, I thought he was the man. I thought he was.
As soon as you got to know me, you knew I wasn't.
No, I got that
Immediately.
Again, 3 weeks in, your comment probably would have affected me none. I'd be like, oh, fuck you, Jeff. Oh, that's probably what I would have said.
Yeah. I thought, hey, I think there's some similarities. I think we're gonna vibe. I thought. I just thought I'd fast forward.
Stealing my word, man.
I thought I would fast forward to that moment, that bro moment where I'm like, oh, you being a punk bitch, and you're like, the fuck you, punk bitch.
Yeah.
Together.
Lick my cunt, right?
Yeah. But somebody was extra sensitive because people kept lying to him because they were afraid to just give him real feedback. Oh, that's true.
though.
Fucking
They were-
100% true. Because he was telling me these things about all the shit people said to him. I'm like, well, they're just afraid of you. They're just trying. Yeah, they don't mean that. They just don't want you to make a stink because you're hard to deal with because you have a big personality and they're afraid. He's like, well, that makes sense. That's bullshit, though. I'm like, I know. Most people are liars, John. Yeah, especially here. Are you going to go to the big company picnic so we can all stay for another 20 years? It's a picnic.
I'll
There's gonna be
never forget.
karaoke
I'll never
and
forget when
flies.
we were in one of the classes afterwards, and it was after I was on the floor, experience whatever. They're like, "Hey, so," because they're terrified of me, absolutely terrified. The entire company was. So we don't really want you to be a mentor.
He wears it as a badge of honor, though. He likes.
Oh,
to
I
say,
do,
"Never afraid of
because I think Tony Stark said it best.
Missy, how's your pants? Wet?
An intelligence community of doesn't want intelligence, or it was more just experience, because I had dealt with so much stuff and did very well, and I came from
Right.
service and then went to sales, and I was like, I could show you how to sell without being full of shit, and so that the person on the other side of the phone actually believes, because what you're telling them is the truth. There's a way to do that. So anyway, they were like, well, we don't want you to be a mentor, so to speak, because they were terrified of me being a mentor. But we'd like to have you talk about some of your experiences and some of your calls and the way that you deal with rejection. I'm like, so you basically want me to be a mentor, but you don't want me to be a mentor. Well, because Jeff will tell you, if he had made an announcement and I thought it was full of shit, I'd be like, oh, that's fucking full of shit. But if he made an announcement, I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Everybody like, oh, that's a good idea. That's yeah. John said it's a good idea. And he's not disagreeing. So that was,
They didn't have the brain capacity to pay attention and understand what was being said. So they would just look to
yeah,
IQ
the
north of
loudest voice in the
110.
room,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
they're like, well, he's smart enough. He can see through the shit. So if he nods, then we'll just say, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But if he says no, we'll say no. But as long as you don't ask us why we're saying no. 'Cause
My
there's-
last supervisor used to, before they made any announcements, we'd be like, hey, John, could you come over here for a second? Okay. So I'm about to tell the group this. I'm like, okay. Well, why the fuck are you doing that? Well, this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. And I would go, sometimes I go, oh, that makes sense. Okay. They'd be like, all right, guys. So
we got John's buy-in, so just say yes.
just say yes. Yeah. And it wasn't on purpose. I always felt like, I always felt like that people, if I thought it, other people would have the same questions or the same doubts. So I felt it was my job to fucking say it out loud because I felt people wouldn't.
He worked pro bono for homeless people until he realized homeless people stink.
When I started getting hand jobs from those guys that, oh, what? Oh, I thought I was muted. Sorry.
Oops.
That moment comes, you're like, why have I been working for?
Oh, can we go
for-
back to the narcissist test? Because I want to see how bad of a narcissist I am.
I can live my life in any way I want to, or people can't always live their lives in terms of what they want.
Oh, it's the first, man. I talked about it on my vibes.
I insist upon getting the respect that is due me. I usually get the respect that I deserve. I insist, or I usually.
Oh, I don't think it's either.
I insist upon getting the respect that is due me,
No,
or I usually get the respect that I deserve.
I'll say I usually get that. Out of the two, that's more.
What if you?
Your Honor, he's leading again.
No, I'm just curious because I know you pretty well in these type of situations. What if you perceive that somebody is withholding respect when you know that you deserve it?
I think it would bother me more if they took credit for it than not singling me out, but take credit for something that I've done. That bothers me so much that I can't even begin to explain that. But
Disrespecting you.
well, because that's the biggest form of disrespect, right? Taking credit for something that you didn't do
Or like when you got COVID and you worked for them, and then you always worked, and then all of a sudden they're like, you need to put this time in the books. You're like, oh, really? Are you fucking sure?
oh, dude, that
You know how that feels. They did that to me in November. This place. It was
Oh, they did the same thing.
another reason why I was like, yeah, I'm done again.
Missy, you heard that story, right?
No.
Oh, I had just been on the road, worked weekends and everything else. So I was like, hey, I just came down with COVID. I'm just gonna take a couple of comp days because I worked Saturday and Sunday, and I worked actually the next Saturday and Sunday too. So it was 2 in a row. I said, I just want to take a couple comp days, and they were like, no, you got to put that in as sick because you have COVID. I fucking lost my mind. I went, so if I had the flu, and the response was, and I didn't even tell Jeff this one. The response was, well, but you don't, you have COVID.
Right. Not,
What they-
not agreeing with them, but I'm just wondering is a lot of companies got pay from the government to cover
No, we didn't.
COVID pay. And
Mm.
okay.
No, I
'Cause
know
in-
for a
in order
fact.
to do that, you had
Nope.
to have.
I know
it.
for a fact that we did not. So we were not, we are psychotically
regulated.
responsible, or like we only do, we are self-insured when it comes to vehicles
Mm.
in a fleet that has thousands of cars.
Right.
Like we are super, like we wouldn't take money from shit, I think sometimes to a fault. So no, we didn't do anything like that. It was purely a bureaucratic decision, one above from my boss. But I told you, it made me lose my mind, and that's I think that's part of it, because I work every Sunday night. I don't get paid for it because I'm salaried. I work
Right.
some, I somebody gives me something to route, so I'm responsible to basically what company is going to do it for us. After the wife goes to bed, I'll come into my office and I'll sit here and put on a fucking Sasquatch Chronicles episode, listen to that shit, and work for hours and hours. And I'll be like, oh shit, it's 2 a.m. Like, so it really bugged me on a level that I can't even explain. Like, if my wife made a lot of money, I would have put in my notice that day.
Wow.
Like instantly. Like, it would have been, okay, you know what? That is the ultimate disrespect. So, like Jeff said, that fucking
Wow.
yeah. Oh, but it was just like, oh, I said to my boss, I said, this is Bush League. And if you don't know what that means the minors. That doesn't mean the pros. That means the minors. So going to a Bush League means. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But this is Bush League. You know, that you would do. I'm like, really? Okay.
I worked through COVID remotely
Right.
because I called until I got it. I tested, whatever. They kept me doing development work on conference calls, like in touch with other humans 4 or 5 times a day. And I was putting in 16-hour days all through my COVID. I didn't take a goddamn day off except for one during that 11-day stretch. One Saturday, I didn't check. I didn't log in. I get back a week later. Hey, you didn't enter any leave for your COVID. I said, I didn't take any leave for COVID. I worked the whole time. Well, who said you could work? Who gave you permission? I said, who gave me the work? You, motherfucker. First off, you, straight to my boss. You said, keep your eye on your emails. Get rest if you need to. Don't remember, rest when you need to. Keep your eye on your emails. Don't miss anything. And then immediately scheduled me for a Zoom meeting with developers. And he's like, well, I mean, I meant like take all the time off and then check your emails occasionally. No. It was conference calls with you, conference calls with Pete, conference calls with developers. I said, I worked 16 hours a day the whole time. I took a Saturday off, not even the Sundays. Well, the president is not going to be happy. Well, that's on you. You and the COO fucking worked me the whole time I was sick. I'm not claiming a single fucking any day.
Right.
And he goes, well, yeah, but he's going to be mad. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what he is. You literally can't ask me to retroactively burn leave when I didn't take any. You guys, if you gave comp time, you owe me comp time. If you think that there's some impropriety, it's that you force somebody who had 104 fucking temperature to do development work 16 hours a day because all I heard was your deadline, your deadline, your deadline, your deadline. The whole time I was homesick. And like, but no one told you you could work. I'm done having this conversation. I'm literally done. So come at me, bro. See what happens if you use 1 minute of my leave time during that 12 days. See what happens. I was just like, I'm done. And he's like, well, and then he kept circling back every other day. Well, Josh is he's not happy. Well, I don't give a fuck what he is. I literally work more than anybody in this fucking company. 4 hours to 5 hours of sleep while I'm sick. And y'all want to intimidate me because somebody wants me to use COVID leave or sick leave or vacation. I'm not using it. Well, can you prove it? Can I prove what? I turned in my goddamn development stuff and I was on calls. Look at my calendar. How many of you motherfuckers who are my bosses had me in meetings? Look at the calendar. I printed it. Go look at it. Well, I mean, other than the calendar, can you prove it? Actually, this is called a Salesforce log. This shows you when my IP logged in, how long I was active, how long I was, what is it? Inactive, basically, like idle. On any day, I said, I printed the entire month of November. Come show me where I wasn't working. They go, oh, there's logs for that? They didn't even know there were logs. I'm like, every time I clicked a button, every time I built an API, every time I pulled a report, it shows as my activity in these logs because I have a license. So it tracks everything I do. And I showed it to him. I'm like, let's not talk about this again. Here's the proof. And I promise you, if I hear about this one more time about how anybody feels about it, then my lawyer is going to have a good time with this proof. That's it. I don't want to hear about it again. Otherwise, we're going to talk to attorneys. It was like, well, you don't have to be mad. I'm on your side. I'm like, you're questioning me. Good night, my friend. I love you. I said, I get angry if you question my integrity or my ethics. That's it. My character.
Or if you're a narcissist.
It's fine, whatever. It's not true, so it's fine. My character though, you can impugn my character. My character's fucked up. I'm a flawed human being 100%. I'm a pervert. I'm weird. I'm strange to talk about shit that's awkward. I'm a narcissist, but I'm not a psychopath. So
not all of us can be perfect.
My timing is bad on jokes to people who are sensitive, shit like that. But but no, honestly, there was a handful of things in the last year that I fell far out of love with this company. And I was like, question my work ethic, question my integrity. I have no use for you. None. I will work for nothing. I worked for peanuts for this company for years. If I have a place to go where I feel like you can see the work that I do and you can appreciate the effort that I put into it. And that just means don't criticize my effort. It doesn't mean it's perfect. The work could suck. I might fuck up the outcome. I might break something, but don't tell me that I didn't try. Like I'm a psychopath. My mom didn't love me enough growing up. So I make up for it with work ethic and integrity, because achievement feels like love in my head, because I'm waiting for, just in case somebody goes, hey, nice work on that thing. I'm like, that's enough. I'm good. 90 days of love right there. That's all I needed.
90 days of love.
Yep. Phew. I just got mad at that company. All right. Question 10 out of 40. Jesus Christ. It's 2:00 in the morning. I will never be satisfied until I get all that I deserve, or I take my satisfactions as they come.
No, I take my satisfactions as they come.
Vibes. That's a vibe. That's a mood.
Yeah.
The thought of ruling the world frightens the hell out of me. If I ruled the world, it would be a better place.
If I ruled the world, it would be a better place. Not
I'm
even
no-
like for a second. I was like, yeah, no.
I am
Feels
no
like I
better.
don't care what the second one is. It's not the
Yeah,
first.
it's not the first. I am no better or worse than most people, or I think I am a special person.
The problem is I understand what the test is, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you need to answer,
Truthful.
but at the same time,
It
you're
doesn't
like,
diagnose you.
fuck. The second one.
I think you're special.
I am special. I am so Why are you laughing?
How do you get a retarded girl to swallow your cum?
How?
Jerk off on the bus window and let her lick it off.
Oh,
Question 13. I am assertive, or I wish I were more assertive.
I'm assertive.
No shit. I like anal, or 2, I like anal when I do it to someone else. Oh, damn it. It's a trick question.
Could you, is there a C both?
Yeah. Hey, it's a give and a take, if you know what I mean. Modesty doesn't become me, or I am essentially a modest person. That's a tough one, actually.
Yeah, because
Who says modesty becomes me? That's crazy. Sounds like a narcissist.
no, but because I don't go, hey, look what I did, look what I did. I tell stories. So I don't know how to, like, I don't want to take, I don't look to take credit for things, but at the same time, I like to share all my life's experiences. So I don't.
That's just narrative.
Right, but I don't know where that fits in that.
Narrative successes are needed if you're guiding people. You have to say like,
Or
hey, I
not
walked my own
but,
walk.
Yeah, but
Some
not
examples of
even
how I learned.
successes, right? A lot of times it's failures. I mean,
Yeah.
failure. I love telling those stories.
Your
If I can
story,
make
your story is
myself
about
look-
how you learn the next thing, you know?
Right. If I can
Right.
make myself look stupid so somebody won't do the same thing,
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's awesome. But if you really dig down, that is such a narcissistic thing because if you think, no, seriously, if you think about it, it's like, this is what I did. Don't do what
it.
I did. Because this is the, but if
Well, it
no,
still makes you. It makes you.
why
the center
aren't
of
you
the
paying
story.
attention to what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand that I know and you don't know.
Listen, I sacrificed so you don't have to.
Right.
Love that.
Right.
You're
And
welcome.
so yeah. So what was the question?
I don't fucking know. I'm essentially a modest person, or modesty doesn't become me.
I'm essentially a modest person. I don't.
Was that so hard? Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I
I apologize.
easy. No,
A narcissist wouldn't apologize.
no, a narcissist would.
But if somebody
me
knew
know
they were
how I'm
taking a
how I'm
narcissistic
feeling.
test,
You
if
would
they
let.
knew they were taking a narcissistic
just
test
keep-
though, and they knew that would be the wrong answer, that what?
A narcissist wouldn't take a narcissist test if they knew it was one.
I didn't know I was the one taking.
They would probably just shame the person who even implied that it's necessary in the first place. And let them know how dumb they
cocksucker.
are.
You're an asshole.
And had you known me your whole life before this, you would never be in the situation to be embarrassed like you are. I feel bad for you.
Oh wait a minute. I was like, I'm not embarrassed. I was like, what? Oh, you were talking about.
Oh, you're
what-
breaking up with me? Oh, no. Thank you for the opportunity to finally be free of your shit. That's a narcissist response.
I wouldn't say that. I'd just be like, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, whatever.
Okay.
So many other fish in the sea.
You want to be friends?
I'm like,
You
if
still
you
wanna
want
go
to
to
be
the concert?
Facebook
No.
friends, we can be, I guess. I don't
Okay.
know.
Go skin off my nutsack, if you know what I mean. You ever skin your nutsack? Let me tell you, one time I skinned my nutsack, because I'm telling you this, I don't want you to ever skin your nutsack. You understand?
You say skin your nutsack. Could you be more specific?
Yeah, you know, like dragging it across the sidewalk because you're going down this. You're on your kamikaze skateboard when you're wearing bicycle shorts, and your nuts slip out when you start to go off the skateboard sideways, and it drags across the concrete and then snags on that pebble. Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't ever do that. I did that once, and it's horrible, but I survived. I don't know if you would. No skin off my nutsack. Well, I mean, there was some. It was bleeding. You ever try to put a Band-Aid on your nutsack? It's a challenge. You have to shave it first. You ever try and shave a bleeding nutsack? Scary. I got this though.
So I can't relate to any of the things that you're saying right now. However, when I have buzzed my nutsack,
Oh,
yeah, that's not
the
not
blender seems like a good idea until you realize
like, why would you go on what is it called? Ah, fuck, I couldn't think of the word now. There's an F setting. It's like Freble. Oh, it's horrible. It's
like trouble.
I
Oh,
don't know what it's called,
Sounds
but
dangerous.
it's
Sounds
very
like your
fast.
Baz Devers was hanging out.
Now you're
of-
making me a nutsack wonder what's going on right now. I just want to let you know that right
Get a
now.
little tingling.
It was like, hey, you haven't sat on me a while. Have you forgotten me? Oh, what's the Adele
You're
song?
talking about me.
What's the Adele song?
Hello.
Hello.
I will never listen to that song the same again now. Thank
That's
you
it.
very much.
All right, we're almost done. We're so
No, we're
close.
not. We're not even halfway
16.
through.
16 out of 40, and we're almost there. Okay, I always know what I'm doing, or sometimes I'm not sure of what I'm doing.
No, sometimes I'm sure I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing.
I am a born leader, or leadership is a quality that takes a long time to develop.
Oh. To prove I'm a narcissist, I'm going to go with choice A.
This
There's
is
some
not diagnosis.
validity to choice B as well.
Oh, it's absolutely true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, not in my case.
See what he did there?
I mastered that shit when I fell out of the
Nerve.
womb.
Nerve.
I was already in charge. Yeah,
I don't even know why you're asking me this question.
fucking
I'm
stupid.
already in charge.
Here we go. I try not to be a show off, or I will usually show off if I get the chance.
Oh, fucking show off all the time.
I get upset when people don't notice how I look when I go out in public, or I don't mind blending into the crowd when I go out in public.
When it comes to looks, I don't mind blending into the crowd at all.
I am not sure if I would make a good leader, or I see myself as a good leader.
I am a good leader.
See, there
That
you go.
is what I said.
Dropping
to
words.
All of you, make
I-
sure you line up the proper way. This is how I want you to do it.
I'm gonna come. Keep talking. I would do almost anything on a dare, or I tend to be a
Ooh.
fairly cautious person.
I would do anything on a dare.
Double dog dare you.
Yeah, I would.
People sometimes believe what I tell them, or I can make anybody believe anything I want them to.
Okay, so first, let's go back to the previous one. Truth or dare? It's always dare. It's
Always.
never truth.
Right.
Boring. Second one, I can get people to do whatever the fuck I want them to do.
My body is nothing special, or I like to look at my body.
Yeah, no, my body's nothing so.
I like to look at your body though.
Yeah, but so I think that's interesting. We have to tackle that about I may be a narcissistic person personality wise, but not like I don't feel that way physically about myself.
Well, it's because you're morbidly obese.
No, he's not wrong.
Me too.
Not wrong at all.
I'm not like,
Agree.
ooh, look at this.
Whatever. You're perfect the way you are, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Missy.
Oh, I was
Wait,
talking to you.
Yeah.
No, I was talking to you, Missy. Shut up. But it was funnier if I said the other thing. Yeah, no, I don't have a physical, like I don't have any dissolution.
John, stop it. Shh.
I don't know when I do that. Stop it. I'm gonna sit on my hands. No, I'm not. That's gonna just. Oh God, I quit.
I think I would punch a male or female if they ever did that.
They just
It's just like,
your
what did you
finger's
just touch
salty.
my
Punch.
lips for? What is wrong with you?
Your finger is salty and it smells like
Yeah, you obviously didn't do the 20 to 30 seconds
grape
wash your
soda, which
hands
is
that you're
strange. Do you
supposed
drink
to.
grape soda?
If you
I'm not
poop.
sure. I have fecal matter in my teeth now. Please don't ever touch me again. I can literally taste your shit on the inside of my mouth. Why? Why is that? I'm about to have a stroke.
If somebody ever did that to me, oh my God. Now, to be fair, I have done that to other people and it works like a fucking charm.
I would just lick their finger. Joke's on you. I was gonna eat shit anyways. Compliments embarrass me, or I like to be complimented.
I like to be complimented.
I wish somebody would someday write my biography, or I don't like people to pry into my life for any reason.
Oh, I don't like people prying into my life at all.
I have a strong will to power, or power for its own sake doesn't interest me.
This will go against it, but really, power doesn't interest me. I just want to be left the fuck alone. That's really what I want.
I will be a success, or I am not too concerned about success.
I'm not concerned about success.
Sometimes I tell good stories, or everybody likes to hear my stories.
Everybody fucking likes to hear my story. Shut the fuck
Not
up.
everybody.
I don't know what your question. I want to slap the taste out of your mouth right now for saying that.
Ooh,
Ooh, slap my ass and call me Sally.
You're more of a
Sally.
Sarah.
I next time I see you in person, I'm gonna try and shush you. Next time, I promise.
you guys are gonna walk up to each other
What's
and
up,
both
Johnny?
be like,
Shush.
just gonna shush each other.
Don't let them sit next to each other at trivia. Get your finger out of my mouth. It's disgusting. Kind of.
I won't.
You had seafood tonight? No, I got lucky.
No, I met your wife. I am much.
Oh,
Weird that it's not familiar to you. Where you been? I'm much.
Low tide, huh?
Oh, Flappy Fish Market.
That's like 4-day-old sushi. What?
you are ruthless tonight.
I am.
Who, me?
Both of you.
Oh, well,
I'm-
because I'm a narcissist. Sorry.
He's a
Like I
psychopath
said,
too,
both
which
of
is
you.
weird.
I'm a narcissistic psychopath. That's a great tattoo
Ooh,
or a band name. Narcissistic psychopath. They sound cool.
Psychonesis.
Nobody would get it though. People aren't
Well,
that.
I mean,
smart.
I think having to explain your tattoo is almost as cool as getting one that's cool. What is it? All right. Well, the heart means that one time at band camp, and then the cross means Jesus Christ. Will you just get a fucking sperm on it? Sure, Dad. What is it? It's a shark. That's a sperm. I am much like everybody else, or I am an extraordinary person. Fabulous.
don't ever do that again.
Why it fucking made my nipples hard when he did it. I was like, "There's hope yet." I don't think I'm anything special. So
I know.
I don't think I'm anything special. So I would go with.
But you do. It'll depend on the
You
situation. You're king of the fucking world until you're not.
Again, Your Honor, he is leading our witness.
It's not that my point of view is not even one of the answers. I'm just telling you
But like, I don't
the
think.
complexity of you.
I,
Given the right environment, you're fucking King Kong, Captain Dick in charge of the world.
Correct.
And everybody
but at the
wants
same
safety.
time, in my head, it's not saying that I am fabulous or whatever.
Fabulous.
It's more out of the group of people that we're in right now. If I don't fucking say what I'm about to say, the shit is gonna go fucking south. That's my point of view. Not that I am fabulous, or is that the same thing?
You are fabulous.
I feel like I'm rushed on this test. I can just tell you right now
It's
because
been in 3 hours.
I told him I was ready to go to 4, and he was like, "Yeah."
Oh, I'll stay up. I don't give a
You
shit.
said we had to be on until 5:30,
I'll
so
smoke
Who
my
said
bowl.
that?
you did.
Fuck that. 5:30. I'm gonna be. You know what you're gonna see? The top of my fucking head on my bed. I'll be like, Jeff is like, "Yep, he's out." All right, go ahead. I don't think I'm.
Go ahead.
done.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You New York comes out when you say that. Go ahead. I expect a great deal from other people, or I like to do things for other people.
I like to do things for other people. I'm the one that arranges all the shit like trivia and stuff
Do you
like
like
that that you don't
doing
go
it?
to.
You like doing it to them also?
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah, you do.
yeah, I do.
Some sort of a
Now
psychotic
my
power
other
trip.
nipple is hard. Fuck.
Yeah.
You cut glass.
Yeah. When you can create moisture from far away. Nice, right? I like to have authority over other people, or I don't mind following orders
I actually don't mind following orders.
in bed. I just want to be reasonably happy, or I want to amount to something in the eyes of the world.
No, I don't give a fuck about that, man. Just no.
My
we're-
bar has lowered, and my aim has adjusted so tremendously since divorce. Because I'm like, well, you're not well.
Well, does that damage to your self confidence though?
It was for a little while until I realized I don't care what I do for a living.
All right, okay, because that's mine.
I
don't
give zero
fucking
fucks.
care.
I give zero fucks. At the end of the day, can I pay my bills?
Yep, that's it.
If it's attached to a broom at Costco,
I have 2
then
kids
so
that are
be it.
already raised. I don't fucking have to worry about shit. I'm like, whatever.
If I just need to swallow like the next 3 times,
Wait a minute.
fine. Just
Wait a
pay the
minute.
bills.
Could I have that in writing? Is that a no? All right, fine.
I just want pictures.
Can you can you choke the shaft and lick the bowels at the and, yeah, you lick you when you get to the base.
Stop talking. I'm already there. Shut up. Stop talking.
Then pull back without gagging. You can. You could be my girl.
I know. See, I prefer the gagging, so the eye makeup runs.
You want him to sound like a kookaburra, one of those fucking Australian
I
birds.
mean,
You
is that like?
Oh, don't.
Kookaburra sitting on the railroad tracks, along came a train and smashed him flat. You ever hear a throat fuck? A violent throat fuck sounds just like one of those birds in Australia that are really obnoxious. No? Let me make a meme for you. Violent throat fuck and a kookaburra. Hold on, you'll see. Time to get banned. Kook
He really is.
a burra.
You drinking water? What a puff.
Throat fuck.
I, just don't wanna,
meme.
I already have a headache. I didn't want a headache after that when I wake up. Really, I just haven't gone and got another Pepsi, and this was just sitting here because I'm empty.
Apparently, is trying to search for exact phrase throat fuck.
Should I just
That's not working.
drink that?
No. I'm tired of excuses. Get another fucking Coke, Pepsi. As you yawn.
I'm gonna
Four
mute
bumps,
so
one
that
load.
way when I go downstairs with my earbuds in, you guys don't think I keep falling somewhere.
We're just gonna be like,
I like it when the mascara is running from the tears, and there's that big strings of like.
fuck. I love. Oh my god, do I love that? What?
Why?
I don't know. Oh, because I'm a narcissist.
Nothing says I love you like
Tears streaming down my face. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I'm glad you get me. That's
Yeah.
awesome. You
Yeah.
get me. That's cool.
Hey John, you know the fastest way to get off heavy eye makeup on a date?
Yes,
It's a pillowcase. Just
yes, I do.
make her
Oh,
cry and just keep
fucking
fucking her.
right on there.
Oh look.
You don't have to kill him. Just pass him out. What? Does this smell like chloroform to you? Yes.
Yes,
When
yes,
you
yes.
when your own shadow knows why you're putting on makeup.
I
Well,
don't
that's
think that's
fun.
part of the test.
He's gone off the rails again.
Oh no, I'm back to the game. The game.
Game.
Okay.
All right. We're almost there. 7 questions. I am going to be a great person, or I hope I am going to be successful.
I hope I'm going to be successful.
Define success. You know, getting by.
Happiness vibe, man. It's
I
happy.
really like to be the center of attention, or it makes me uncomfortable to be the center of
I'm
attention.
the center of attention. Doesn't phase me at all.
I am Malcolm X. I have a natural talent for influencing people, or I am not good at influencing people.
I'm good at influencing people.
When people compliment me, I sometimes get embarrassed, or I know that I'm good because everybody keeps telling me so.
So I make like it embarrasses me.
Right. It's called being humble.
Yeah, well, it's faking being humble.
Right. But inside you're like high five.
I'm like, yeah, you should fucking say that, dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because what am I gonna throw pearls before swine? No, this is fucking gold. Like,
Right.
you're welcome.
I'm like, yeah, I just solved all the problems you had. I just solved them.
Right. Shocking.
Oh,
You
it's
think
my
I'm
job. It's my job. That's what I say. It's
Yeah.
my job.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I hated most of the people that I dated for so long.
Right.
Their admiration or admirement, admiration. That's the right word. Their admiration of me, whether for my sense of humor or wit or whatever. When I realized that wasn't love, I started to hate people. I was like, "Oh, you think I'm funny? Duh. Come back with something better."
Right.
And then I would break up with people. I said that I would tell you it's not you, it's me, but it's you. We're not going to work out. They're like, what are you talking about? I don't want to see you anymore because there's no sense. It's not going to work out. I'm too big of a personality for you, and you like fanboying me or fangirling me is not going to be helpful. I'm like, I don't know any fucking thing about you. You think we're great together? I don't know who you are. And I bury you. That's not good. Well, fuck you. You never even give me a chance. I just be myself. I'm a narcissist. What can I tell you? Jesus, I said keep up.
Nerve.
You don't even know. No, I do. I do. You're a
You
woman.
just don't care.
It's not your fault. You're just wired to be stupid.
Oh, look at that face. Oh, when she gets surly, I
She
enjoy
does.
that
I love it.
surly.
I love it.
I like the way her hair is tonight.
I love it. She's like, she's gonna come at me, and I'm gonna grab a handful of that
Oh,
hair.
you're gonna come at me?
I'm gonna grab that fucking hair at the base right here.
Oh, up underneath it. Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. You,
my
are
knees
you mad?
every time.
Are you mad, princess? Huh? It's all right, baby. I got you.
Mommy, just tell me what you need, mommy.
Mm. Smack your ass and go get you a ball of ice cream. You'll be fine. I got you.
All my
Hmm.
stress is gone, you guys. I wonder what.
What kind of ice cream?
Uh,
What's the kind of ice cream?
Huh?
What kind of ice cream?
Oh, birthday cake with the frosting ribbon through it.
Okay.
I took the kids to ice cream since it didn't work with the ex, who is actually in the hospital right now. Did I mention that? Oh, after all my shit talking.
Not on since he's
Not
been
on the
here.
show. Yeah,
Yeah.
she had a appendicitis attack, and yeah, she's at TMC waiting morning to have surgery. Yeah. So she's like, "Hey, did you hear about what's going on with me?" And I was like, "No, it's not true." The kids told me. Haley's like, "I talked to mom, and she thinks she's at the hospital. She's at the ER. Thinks she has appendicitis." I said, "Q."
It's one of my fears, by the way.
I actually checked in with her and made sure she was okay, and I made the kids call her. And
No, I mean, I don't give a fuck about her. I'm talking about like my appendix bursting. It's one of my fears.
Because it's so full of narcissism. It's gonna
Toxic
rupture?
narcissism.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Toxic narcissism.
Hey,
You know what I mean? So he does that. It doesn't even phase me. But when he fucking said what he said when I worked with him, I knew for all of 5 minutes.
So, does it hurt when I'm gonna palpate? You let me know if it's sensitive, okay? You're like, go ahead. You're like, oh, that's your narcissism. It's full. We're gonna have to
It's gonna explode. It's gonna explode. You need to take it out
listen.
now.
If this ruptures inside of you, it's gonna spread everywhere.
Oh my god.
But we just can't
Big
get out of
toe
it.
will be full of narcissism.
You're like, oh,
Heaven
I'll finally beat
forbid.
Jeff. Fuck you, I win. I'm full of narcissism now.
That's so good.
It ruptured everywhere. I was like,
Welcome to the
"Get that
club,
antibiotic
you
away
little
from me."
bitch. Welcome to the club. Oh,
Sir, you might die. Just let it ride. Let it ride. This is not a superpower, Mr. Trap. Fuck you, it isn't. This is not how you spin webs and shit out of your wrist. Go fuck yourself. I want a second opinion.
it is one of my phobias though. Like
Why your appendix?
because my dad had it and a couple of people that are mentors to me in my current position
Yeah.
had it all of a sudden just come out of the nowhere, and they were in their 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't know why it's always in my head, always in my head.
Strange.
Yeah.
I don't worry about anything that I can't feel, measure, or like remember.
Well, you would
So, like-
figure a fat fuck like me who's morbidly obese would be more concerned about his heart. Not even
No, that's
thought,
another
not
thing.
even a thought, dude.
You're not gonna feel it. You're just gonna drop dead.
I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
but the appendix, you have to tell somebody or else you're fucked. Yeah, it's an actual phobia that I have. It's weird.
37. I like to look at myself in the mirror, or I'm not particularly interested in looking at myself in the mirror.
No, I don't like to look at myself.
I like looking at Missy in the mirror.
I was gonna say, that's not the mirror though, because wait a minute,
Oh.
I'm bent over in that is correct. I like to
Yes.
watch her in the mirror while I'm bent over in front of her.
Yes,
Missy Peg. Fuck.
Peg.
Uh,
My nickname's not Peg. It is now, Peggy.
Yeah.
Get in it. Get on
it's like,
Get with it.
did you have to use the fist at first? You
Yeah.
couldn't have started with a
Couldn't-
finger.
Yeah, you can't
I'm
start
just
with the
saying.
carry. You have to go
It's
straight
all or
for it.
nothing. Yeah,
what
all or nothing.
I answered carrot. She went with rutabaga.
you didn't mention is while I'm looking in the mirror, all my eye makeup has run down my
Run down. Just how
Just
I
push
like
his
it,
face in the
baby.
pillowcase. It'll rub right off.
rub one right off. What?
Yeah, yeah.
What? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love your pillowcases. Are they zebra? No, shame.
Not originally. They were not.
Shame.
Streak marks in the pillow. I'd like to say there's something else, but they're my eyes were fucking crying when I got pegged.
I look like Tammy Faye. I'm just saying. She pegged
Oh.
my ass. She gave me a Diet Pepsi. I cried like a bitch.
I'm not opposed to the black one either. I'm just what? Anyway, go ahead. Next question.
Mambo number 9. Oh, it's
A
Mambo
little
number
bit
5.
of Monica on my face.
Oh, it's either the 9-inch.
Oh,
I don't particularly like to show off my body, or I like to show off my body.
I don't particularly like to show off my body.
Number 39, I don't care about new fads and fashions, or I like to start new fads and fashions.
Do not give a fuck about new fads. I am wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I have given up.
Yeah, that's not new.
So,
Hawaiian shirt, New Balance shoes.
I do have New Balance shoes, and I was wearing them today.
So comfortable, aren't they?
They are very comfortable. The white
Yeah.
ones with the N on them. Yes.
Yeah,
I have white ones. I do.
Yeah.
But I mostly wear flippity flops, just to be clear.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. That's because you don't want to run out of breath when you're tying your New Balance shoes.
I'm only laughing because mine may not be New Balance, but I run out of breath too. So
Shut up. When you bend over, everybody runs out of breath. Shut up.
No, not everyone.
Shut up.
No, no. A lot of people have plenty of space to not have their lungs compressed by their belly fat. I'm just saying.
It takes me 2 rounds when I have
I'm
to
not
put
one
on
of 'em.
my knee-high boots.
Are they
I have-
zippers?
Just at the bottom little section. So I have to like pull them up and then lean back and then get a breath and then back to zip 'em.
Yeah, tore my groin, broke my
You have
back,
video of that?
gained 45 pounds on top of that. I would pass out every time I thought about shoes. There was no angle at which I can get them
Velcro
on.
is for me.
You know those
Yes.
shoe horns that are 4 feet long that you only find where they donate dead people's things?
Yep.
I bought one.
Outstanding.
All right, question 40. I find it easy to manipulate people, or I don't like it when I find myself manipulating people.
Oh God, I can. It's very easy to manipulate people.
All
Absolutely.
right, let's finish on her back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right,
8%.
your score is 50%.
Oh,
Oh no, Becky's calling.
It
I'm in
was-
trouble.
It was all the body
Why-
things that
Oh,
threw you into the.
why is she up at 2:30?
Hmm.
It's a Saturday. It's not a school night. You are not in trouble.
I know.
Right.
You score 50% on the narcissism test. This means you score less than the average US president. You score about the same as the average reality TV star, and you score about 25% higher than the average American. This makes you 5% less narcissistic than the average US president, 1.25 more than a reality star, 12.5% more than the average US adult. So you're about 12.5 points higher. So this doesn't make you a narcissist. It just you have traits that
I
qualify.
think the body part is probably what fucked the test.
It's
Probably.
what brought you your.
Yeah,
average
it brought
down,
me,
percentage down.
away from narcissism.
Yeah.
I think it did.
So you're just barely, and I probably would have answered probably all of them the same.
And I
it's okay.
am not a narcissist at all.
Remember, we're insecure. We're insecure and we have self-doubting and a bit of self-loathing all the way until we become the center of attention where we shine like a motherfucker. And then we withdraw and then we doubt ourselves again.
Yep.
So-
You're only there for the next fix, man. That's it.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's true.
I care too much about other people to be a narcissist. Because I know I do. When I started doing the show by myself, that was fine. I can talk. But I've loved it so much more to bring people together and share the experience by far. I love it. I really do. I don't find it as I could single task a topic for an hour. It's fine, but it's not fulfilling. It's nice for people to go, "Oh, that was good. You were really smart when you talked about that thing." I'm like, okay. I just talked about something that I knew about because that's why I picked it. Because otherwise, I would sound dumb if I picked a topic I didn't know. Like you should sound smart when you decide to talk about a topic. But
And then if you look
it was
on
like
Twitch,
doing stuff with you guys is way better.
I was on Twitch on our Thursday stream.
Mhm.
The thumbnail is me, just me full screen, and
Yeah.
we've got like 24 views in 2 days. I was like, dude, just only when I look good, put me on there. We'll get more views.
You always look good. Shut the
You always
fuck
look
up,
good, baby. Always.
mommy.
No,
Don't
I
ever
look
doubt yourself,
particularly good.
mommy.
She does look particularly hot.
Yeah, but
Really
your
good
fucking
that
hair,
night.
you know what? Your hair is down and you look fucking sexy as all fucking. There's no cleavage at all. Just for the
Nope.
record.
No cleavage.
No,
I'm
but
wearing my
saying,
Queen June, my June.
good that you're wearing lesbian clothes now, but your hair is fucking gorgeous.
Thank you.
Coincidence, because Jeffrey is also wearing lesbian clothes and no cleavage at all either. And I do like his hair though. His hair is pretty.
Mine was almost up in a ponytail. I
No,
almost
don't
just
do
did
that.
this today,
No,
and I didn't
there's-
care.
There's only one time that you need to do that. Oh, that's a lie. There's 2 times. Wearing a ball cap is one, and I'll let you figure out the other one. No, your hair down it looks very good. Looks very, very
you.
nice. Fair party.
Long.
Jeffrey,
Yo, buddy.
I would think you would have answered almost all the same things the same way that I did on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean, all teasing aside, we think very similarly.
Yeah.
I'm more bold and obnoxious about most of it. I will
I don't
often
know if I agree
will,
with that.
I will
don't-
often say the self-serving cocky narcissist thing before you.
Oh, that I would agree with. Okay. No, that's fair.
You're probably a little more, not that you're any more humble
Not
than I am.
humble. I'm not humble.
You're not more humble. You're more calculating.
I would agree with that.
I'm more likely to take the risk and just see how it goes.
Well, but I think but so we can delve into that. I think that you do that on purpose, though. It's not like I think that you're doing it because there's an end. The ends justify the means, or so I think it's calculated. So I don't agree with the way that you said that. As he
You're being
smiles.
smart. You are.
There are times. There are
What?
times that I have some things to say.
You mean I weigh the risk and
Hey, I was very nice to your daughter, right?
you were great. Yeah, both of you.
Okay, she wasn't uncomfortable with that. She didn't seem to be.
No, she's very proud.
Because that other time that she was on, my son was like, dude, you're an asshole. And
But
I
that was
like,
Haley. That was the blonde one.
well, I'm just saying, but the last time that I had an interaction with your daughter, my son fucking lambasted me
Oh.
and said I was a piece of shit. And I was like,
You were both great. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to her about putting her work together as a teaching resource.
I think that would be an awesome freaking
Yeah.
podcast or vlog or something. Even if it's just like her 2 minutes,
Yeah.
2 minutes a day or whatever.
She talked
Yeah.
about rats for like an hour and a half the other day, and I was interested. Like
That's
she's
cool.
I'm
Well-
an animal person and I watched for over an hour.
yeah.
I only
All
stopped watching.
So
when
I'm
she
not,
stopped talking.
and that wouldn't interest me at all. I'd rather her talk about the other stuff.
I know, and I just
The
jumped on
rat
'cause I
stuff,
was-
I'm like, yeah.
I just jumped on to see what they were doing, but then she was talking, and it was her, just like her talking that just kept me there. And then when she stopped, I was like, why am I watching?
Well, it sounds like
Okay.
she's a storyteller. dude.
She definitely was. It was definitely her that had me kind of entwined.
Oh,
in it.
I haven't bought any new ones.
Tell Hunter to go to bed.
He goes to bed at sunrise.
Oh, he's a vampire.
Come say hi to the two. I'll go grab them. I think I know there's a couple.
Pants up or shirt down, one of the two, dude.
Either you're gonna show full crack or don't tease us like that. 'cause
Right.
That's like disrespectful.
Oh,
Oh.
hey.
Last
Hi,
time I
Hunter.
saw you, I slept on your couch.
Oh, huh. Think I might remember that.
Oh. Jeff went out the front door. Is that where the monsters are?
Yep.
What are you doing rubbing your hands like that? There's
Oh, I put lotion on and I found a spot where I didn't rub it
what's the
in.
lotion on the skin?
It's lotion.
Oh.
I'm matchy today. My body wash and my lotion and my hand sanitizer all have the same scent.
Oh, what kind of scent is that?
It's called Sleep. It is vanilla lavender.
Vanilla what?
Lavender.
Okay. I just put antibacterial shit on my hands. That's why I'm rubbing my hands down.
Mm-hmm.
I only put lotion on my hand when I need to.
Yes, I have that. It's antibacterial too. Same scent. I love this. I put it on and then when I lay down, I smell it. I have pillow spray that's the same scent too, but I don't like it because then my pillow's wet. And then it makes my hair wet.
Why do you have a cane?
It helps when I'm having pain.
Why are you having pain?
I don't know.
Were you in the same position too long?
Yeah, yeah. Whew. I'm good. Just a little fatigued.
Well,
I
it
just-
is 2:40 in the morning.
I didn't sleep much last night, like a couple hours.
I slept 9.
I don't know that I've slept 9 years.
Longer. Yeah. I got 3 hours, but I was up every hour.
I
Something
got
get rid of
9 and
just
I
not
actually
sleep.
didn't have to get up to pee last night, which is the first time in a long time. Because I drink a 12-ounce cup of herbal tea and then a 16-ounce bottle of water mixed with Metamucil at night right before I go to bed.
So
So I kind of know. I'm
you
like,
have
all right,
diarrhea. You shit.
no,
You
I don't ever have diarrhea. Ever.
shit the bed.
And there is no such thing as food poisoning. Anybody who gets that, it's called pussification. I'm just throwing that out there.
I've never had that.
Oh, on a serious topic, not that we haven't been serious all night. I was thinking about the whole hormone suppression medication that people are giving to 11-year-olds to make them, to
Yeah, the hormone blockers. Yeah,
right.
puberty blockers.
I would love to give a survey to those people and ask if they would allow their 11-year-old to choose to have a face tattoo. But the only way to be able to do that is kind of like the narcissist test, not know that they're taking the narcissist test. Just ask randomly, would you allow your 11-year-old to have a face tattoo? Now, it's not going to be 100%, but you got to figure it's going to be.
I can get the demographic for you and their email addresses if you want to do it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I would think, now maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I'm probably crazy. Most parents would say absolutely not.
Right.
But if you ask them then if
you the libs of
if you would allow your children to take hormone blockers if they believe that they were a different sex from birth, it would be an unbelievable, vast, different, you know what I mean? Because
Insane.
saying to get a face tattoo at 11-year-old, you think that's fucking insane. That's stupid. Why would you can't make a decision like that? Oh, what?
Mm.
You can't make a decision like that at 11 years old?
Right.
So you can't make a decision that you could actually have removed from your face, but you can decide to be the opposite sex and ruin the chance for you to have a child, whether you're male or female, for the rest of your life at age 11.
Yeah, but you're not becoming the opposite sex.
Well, you're
It's already
correct.
it's already a misstatement, right? They
Right.
think
No,
they
you're
think-
you're accurate
they
on
think-
how they would explain that. You're 100% correct.
you're physically, chemically neutering that person
Correct.
for the hope that they could take on some characteristics that other people might relate to
Correct.
belonging to.
That's
the
why
gender.
it's body dysmorphia. It absolutely is.
Mental retardation.
Well, so I'm a little bit more calculated, I guess, on the way that I say things, Jeffrey, as previously stated.
No, it's proven. You know the incidence of serious mental health issues that go along with people who are also.
I understand, but what you're trying to do, or
I'm trying to poison the fucking well.
No, what we're trying to do at Shelf Help, I thought,
Is help
Was-
people discriminate against.
no, is to actually help people by showing them a different point of view, so that way maybe it would change their opinion.
But it won't change their opinion because people will die on the hill of stupid ideas.
Is that what we're supposed to do here? Oh.
I didn't think so.
Well, y'all didn't send me that memo, so
I checked the charter and it said, do what you want. It's your show.
Boy, my narcissism just took an all-time low. I gotta tell you right now.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm like,
playing
Wow.
with you.
No, we're only supposed to help those who think the way we do.
no, I don't. want
Yes.
to do
Otherwise,
that.
it's too much work and it's not worth
I
it.
don't know if he's kidding or not right now. I'm too.
You just
high
get
to
you just
say
get
that.
divorced. I mean, if you don't like the way they think, just get divorced and then try someone new. See how it works. It's expensive, but
I don't
Ooh.
disagree with that statement, but I was saying on the shelf help part,
Oh.
that's where I was.
oh yes. Ben Shapiro debunked. Listen to or watch his new show. It'll teach you how to talk. It'll teach you talking points, pro or con, any of the woke topics out there.
Have you heard any pro from him?
No, he's only put out 2. So
Oh, I'm curious. So I tend to believe people more when they go, all right, I'm here to debunk this, but actually it's correct. Their point of view on this is blah, 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 good because of this. I would tend to believe somebody, but I think he's picking just topics he knows he's going to disagree with. And he has counter again, echo chamber, dude. I'm so
he's
tired.
not trying to have a debate.
No, I know, but I'm so tired of being in the echo chamber, dude. I want to learn things. I want to be
Don't be dicked.
just pegged.
Okay, yeah.
If you want a
Your
new,
hands away from your mouth, please.
if you want a new point of view,
I was lying. Please don't.
then
Your hands.
where are you going to get it from?
Well, I don't want to say the generic answer like CNN or MSNBC.
Right. You
I want somebody who I normally agree with to come out and say something counter to what we thought. Or I don't know. Is that ignorant? I guess that's ignorant.
counter to what we thought about what
Well, if there's a particular topic that we're wrong on, right, man?
we're never wrong.
There's 2 sides. That's
right.
why there's 2 sides.
So on that
because
note, it's 2:47.
Oh fuck. How does it feel to never be wrong? Good? Yeah.
That's boring.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, it is.
Oh no.
You are
You just-
way more of a narcissist than I am.
You just don't know what it feels like.
Fair. You're probably right.
Feels great. I love shaming people into failure. You know
I
what
hope a
makes me,
zombie comes into your house right now and kills you.
know what makes me
Eat your
sound-
children fine, but I want them to kill you.
what makes me sound like a narcissist is that I'm not afraid to say the most obnoxious thing and then own it.
we'll watch the zombie eat them, okay?
Yeah. Oh god.
Then we'll yell
I'll pop
for the
popcorn at
kids.
that point.
You want to watch
Yeah,
some
what you did.
YouTube ghost sightings real quick before bedtime there, Missy?
Of course, because that's what I love to do right before I go to sleep.
I'm gonna have I was thinking when you were addressing Hannah about sharing or maybe sharing new ideas also. I think John actually brought that up. Like, do you have other writings that might possibly be valuable to also share? I would choose Missy as being the adult in the room that would probably be a good point of contact if she wants to share that stuff, because you have a commonality and a background that's going to be probably more comfortable. It's not her dad or someone who's going to betray her trust by being like, oh, you sure about this, and you read a shit ton on top of that. So not only do you participate, but you also manage groups that do that. Plus, I think you might be a good point of contact or partner for her to see if she wants to reach out and add some more stuff to the zeitgeist. If you would be open to it.
Absolutely. Anytime. Yes, you can give her all my contact information. She can contact me anytime. Anyway,
Cool.
I'd love that.
Yeah, I think you, yeah. Well, I know you're trustworthy. I know your heart, and you're going to relate much better. And she's also not going to put you in a skit calling her a dirt worshiper who's going to hell.
Hopefully not. Yeah, no.
No, probably not. Probably not. But no, thanks to both of you. Thanks for encouraging her. And I'm impressed. I'm not usually a dad who's like, look, my kid's special, or my kid's whatever. I'm just like, the kids are kids. but she impressed me. She really did.
Very impressive.
The
I
moment
don't
she
even
the
have
moment
some
she
of the
opened it up in my
insights.
car and told me, and was like, I was like, what? And all the way through, humble.
Some of the insights that she has now at this age, I either didn't get till so much later, or some of them I probably don't even have yet. So it's impressive just to have them regardless of age.
Oh, and this part trips me out about her. She's so unique. Mathematically, she's an uber genius. And it's very unusual to have somebody who's both exceeds in like the STEM side as a 160 IQ up and above, which was part of the shame that her mom, she got an 89%. Mom shamed the fuck out of her because she took a pause in a special program for genius kids. And then she never got back into it because of that. Anywho, but to be both adept mathematically at a very high functioning level, and then also be creative, to be able to write, to be able to structure writing in English on top of that, and that's so rare. Usually you're good at one or the other.
Yep. Left brain,
I
right
suck at
brain.
math, but I'm good at that stuff. She's got both, and that's wild.
I had a therapist give me a test one time, and you had to do certain things on each side of the page. And
How
she
was it
says-
when your panties were around your ankles during the test?
no,
Was that recommended or was it
not
mandatory?
not recommended.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
But she said at the end when she looked it over and whatever, she said, you are both brained. And I went, what the hell does that mean? He says, most people are either left brained or right brained. Either they're very logical, which is with the math and that stuff, or they're more artistic and imaginative. You are almost dead even on both. That's not common to be so evenly put on both sides.
I had a similar test. They told me I was autistic.
No, that was
Oh, is that what it
artistic.
was?
Artistic?
No, it was autistic and
Mhm.
retarded in the same.
Evenly?
And they were
Evenly
like,
put?
that's weird. So you know exactly what Windows tastes like, don't you?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. Well, on the small buses, you know what those windows taste like, don't you? Yeah, they taste like snozzberries.
Those are dirty.
Window liquor.
I'd wear my helmet, but it's fair.
Oh, I broke a
rather
tooth.
large.
But what I was saying is, it sounds like she's probably both brain too. Probably right down the center there.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Bisexual, bipolar.
I don't like that women have brains at all. I feel it's
Yeah,
not
it's
necessary.
it's really annoying.
See, I would say bite me, but you would probably take it a little too literal.
Oh, I can't
Bite
bite
me.
you over video. That would be awkward.
Then bite me.
Yowza, someone is about to come.
I already did. Now I'm like on the down slope now. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I gotta pull my parachute and get the fuck off this and go to sleep. So for the transsexual, wait, hold on.
I'm a what?
For the sweet transvestite from Transylvania, transplanted devil, and Missy, hot mama, daddy tattoo on her back. Fox.
Mommy.
Jeffrey with a G, that's me. It's time to get the fuck out. So good night. Be well. Have a pleasant tomorrow. And Missy, what's that shit I say to get off the show? I think it's love one another and love yourself.
Play
There
with
it is.
yourself constantly.
Have a good night. Be well.
Good night.
See you guys.
Night.
You're a narcissist.
You are too.
I know.
Good night.
We're a team. Oh, yeah. Everyone feel bad about yourself and good at the same time. Just hang out with these two dildos all afternoon. You'll be like, thank God I don't have friends like that.
Oh my God. Good night.
I'm done. Good night, kids.